Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Great to be here with you on a Wednesday that feels, it's been the longest 2-day week so far, Benjamin. It has been long, draggy. What happens when the bats are dead asleep? Just boring. We are back in that mode right now. It's Ben and Woods. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl. He's our executive producer. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
Doing great. Padres lost again last night. A 1-0 shutout. Just the worst of the worst. Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, joins us as well. Benjamin, how are you, sir?
A little less friendly than usual.
Yeah,
today.
A little bit.
Yeah.
You okay?
No, everyone's wearing me out about good luck to the Pirates. I didn't say it. It wasn't me who said it.
Well, if you don't believe in things like that, why does it bother you?
It's not that bothers me. It's everybody wearing me out constantly about it. In the chat.
Good luck to the Pirates.
Social media.
Clearly, it doesn't bother you.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
clearly you're
I
unbothered.
enjoyed the Padres sweeping the Minnesota Twins and playing well. I will never enjoy another Padres victory again, if that makes you happy.
And good luck to the
I
Pirates.
told you this would happen. You give me no credit. Zero.
Does it ever end, though? Or are they doomed to lose like every game the rest of the season?
Well, it
Is it
depends
going
on
to next season? When does it stop? I'd like to know.
probably when our owners stop saying, "Oh, we haven't lost yet," and when our radio hosts aren't like,
I remember the days.
probably when our radio hosts aren't like, "Good luck to the Pirates," right? Probably then.
The curse of the Minnesota Twins broadcasters.
That's right. Oh yeah, we're dead. We're going to lose every game of the rest of the year. Are you kidding?
And good luck to the
It's
Pirates.
crazy, man. You can't cover baseball for this long and be like, I never heard of this. It's the baseball gods. We've angered them. We continue to anger them. And it happens all the time.
By what? Playing well?
Beating our chest. Yeah. Counting our chickens before they are hatched. Is that right? Does that make sense?
I wasn't even being predictive. I was just simply saying I really enjoyed how the Padres played against the Minnesota Twins.
The best part was he didn't say it. It's the best part.
If I had come on the air and
Yes.
went, good luck to the Pirates this series,
Which, by the way,
which I would never do. I would never do that.
Which, by the way, shows do all the time. I mean, all the time.
Course.
You see it. Oh, now we got the so-and-so coming in. Good luck to you guys. And then
We've
go get
probably done it
We've
before.
probably done
Come
it
on.
too. Well, we used to. Again, the chest beating.
And good luck to the Pirates.
Chest beating is just something you can't do. It's just something you can't do. You know,
in baseball,
you just can't
true.
until the last out of the last game.
Right.
Then you could be like, oh, my God, I knew it. Nobody's better than us.
I mean, for instance, do you think there was a Cubs fan who in the 7th inning last night against the Diamondbacks, after their team had scored 30 unanswered runs, probably said, man, these Cubs are looking pretty good. And then 2 innings later, they have lost on a walk-off pinch hit home run.
Good luck to the Diamondbacks.
Which, of course, hurts the Padres because they lose a game in the standings and are only 1 up on the Diamondbacks. They had scored 30 in a row, and they lost.
How about this? Dominic nails this. I forgot about this. Remember when Soto, when we had him here, said, good luck to the pitchers in the league? I mean, yes, you were like the best Padre, but you still weren't that great here. You were great, but you weren't Juan Soto great. Good luck to the pitcher.
Apparently, wishing good luck to other teams actually does give them good luck.
It does.
Good luck to the Pirates. Well, pretty lucky that Mason Miller threw a changeup last night as opposed to, one of his unhittable pitches.
You're off the hook because Miscellaneous says, I blame Woods because he put it in everyone's head that it was a bad thing. Fair.
That's a good point.
Fair. I'm not the one that came in and go, hey, we should play this today on Do This.
And good luck to the Pirates.
You highlighted it. I just said, hey, that wasn't real bright. That wasn't real bright. It happens. So, sometimes you have to wear stuff. I'd agree.
LeBron James went up and predicted like 7 straight championships when he went to Miami.
Not 2,
not 3,
not 3,
not 4, not 5, not 6.
Baseball gods are real for sure. They just really are. They really are.
Which is why the Dodgers win, because their fan base never does anything to embarrass their team. They're the perfect fans, right, Woods? That's why the baseball gods love the Dodgers so much.
Oh, when you sell your soul, you're infallible.
Yeah.
It's a curse.
When you go down to the crossroads in Mississippi and say, all right, I'm going to sell my soul, it's infallible. You can rap, you can deep throat, beers on camera. You can do all kinds of. You can beat the ass out of each other in your stadium. You can do whatever you want, and they're infallible. So yeah, until we get one, we just have to be careful. That's it. We just got to be careful. You seem like you need a little bit. Yeah, Ben. All right, good question. Ben, how would you feel if someone said, "Hey, good luck making that putt," as you're standing over one?
I would roll the putt right in. Thank you for the well wishes.
My ass.
Yeah, right.
No. Now listen, you're a bit of a nervous purvis. I get it. I am too. So I don't want anybody. I want to be a little bit more understated, I think, which is funny coming from me. But it's true, especially in baseball. It's like the one thing where I'm like, you don't see me on. Paul, you play baseball with me 100 times.
Mm-hmm.
You ever see me run my mouth ever?
No,
never.
Not really.
Never once. Never
I
said
ran my mouth way more than you
never
did.
want to play by me. Like, never. I'm like, bro, I'm not.
In defense of yourself, I thought you meant like running mouth, like talking to the other team.
Oh, no, I have to get chirpy. But you've never seen me like, yeah, that's right.
No.
Never.
We were not that good.
Never.
And again,
we were not that confident.
As unsuperstitious as I am, if Craig Stammen in his post-game news conference on Sunday had said,
good luck
to the Pirates come in, even I would have gone, Craig, better than that. That's a mistake.
I would have dug a hole and crawled inside of it.
And even if a Padres fan said it, I would have gone, slow down a little bit. We know this is baseball. Anything can happen. It was because the other team,
you loved it.
Their broadcaster said it. I felt like, all right, the rules don't apply there. It was not any Padre beating their chest about this. It was someone else tipping their cap to the Padres, and I enjoyed that. And I felt like I was allowed to finally enjoy that without feeling like there should be any consequences because it wasn't us that said it.
It's gone great so far. So far, so good on your feeling.
Should we get that Minnesota Twins announcer on the show, Paulie, to discuss what he has done to our team?
No, because nobody would have known about it had you not highlighted it. That's my main point. No one would have known it existed. You could have.
So the crime is amplification.
Correct.
Simply.
Correct. You could have just reveled in it yourself and just done your little funny laugh, your little all day long.
I mean, he found the clip because it had gone viral. It's not like Ben was watching the Twins broadcast and goes, "Hey, we got to go out and pull this audio."
I hadn't seen it. I hadn't seen it. It was new to me, and I see the end of the internet, Paulie. I don't know how viral it went.
We have people in the chat saying you got to play the Twins broadcast. Got to play the Twins broadcast.
You don't. Well, we need a meditation.
Okay.
All right. So hang on.
Kill the lights.
Let me find a good one here. All right. You ready? Deep breath. In 6, out 6. Ready? Go. Repeat after me. I am still learning, so it's okay to make mistakes.
I am still learning, so it is okay to make mistakes.
That's our daily affirmation. I'm still learning, so it's okay to make mistakes.
Are we nipping this in the bud? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, I'm done.
If we had done this after the first, 13 innings of the 24 scoreless, would we have been fine? Do we need earlier affirmations?
Might have worked. Ray says, wait, when meditation started, didn't we start losing? Yes. You can spin yourself out about all of this. It was ugly, though. Last night was an ugly, fugly loss. 1-0. Normally, oh, hell yeah, 1-0, man. Pitcher's duel. If you're on the other end of it, it's great. They didn't hit a home run off of your all-world, incredible, sweet angel, babyface Mason Miller.
This is birthday week.
Birthday week. Man, listen, it was bound to happen. I said it in May. Guys, it's going to happen.
It wasn't just bound to happen. It was going to happen eventually.
That's what bound to happen means.
That's a good point. Yeah. Bound means like there's a good chance that it's going to happen. It was definitely going to happen.
Bound to happen.
Yeah. It was definitely going to happen.
You need another meditation because... Wait. Am I insane here?
So you
don't think there's
hang on. Shut up. Stop. I want to go back.
Sometimes when you say it's bound to happen, but it doesn't actually happen, right?
What did you say?
It's definitely going to happen.
You said it's bound to happen.
It was definitely going to happen.
That means it's going to happen. It was bound to happen.
Yeah. That means it's really likely to happen.
That's what you just said. It was going to happen.
It's definitely going to happen. Mason Miller was definitely going
bound
to
to happen means it's happening. I can't tell you when, but it's happening.
It's happening.
Probably going to happen means it couldn't, but
unbelievable.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what the gist I was trying to get across is that it was definitely going to happen at some point, and it did, and we knew it would be.
It was definitely going to happen.
Oh, sorry. It was definitely going to happen at some point. And and I said, it's going to be jarring when it does. And boy, was it jarring when it happened. When he hit it, I went, that's gone.
It was jarring to Mason Miller. Did you see his reaction? Whoa.
It's like, imagine being so good. You're so good all year that you're like, yeah, it's damn near September. And that's the first time that's happened.
And it took the guy with essentially the greatest bat speed
of all time,
in baseball history on a completely idiotic changeup to actually do it, but it happened.
Yeah, Dub says, I'll take only one home run per year. Yeah, right.
Of course.
Right. You go into the season, your closest is going to give up one bomb in the first 6 months of the season. You're going to be fine. So, yeah, it went out in a hurry. It absolutely did.
DFA him today?
No.
Okay.
Keep Mason. No, just maybe rest him today.
Yeah.
That was a big bone of contention last night. We'll talk about all of that and then some. But, yeah, I mean, I guess we can talk about what went down last night and what we're working on this morning. So as soon as I left, I had homework, and I went and listened to the Jeff Passan
Sources
interview.
tell
Jeff Passan. Now, we played a clip of it on the air yesterday. We praised said clip. Jeff did a very thorough and good job. It was as good of a podcast about insurance as there could be.
I watched it as well at my house yesterday. I zoned out for a few chunks.
There's a chunk or two where you're like, oh my God, annuities.
It's a lot of terminology and stuff that's way above my head. But the guy that he did the podcast with, the interview, he did a really, really good job of kind of explaining what's going on and in kind of in layman's terms as well.
We've had this conversation.
You could have Flo, Professor Nathaniel Burke, and Dennis Haysbert doing a podcast about insurance. It wouldn't have been as good as Jeff Passan's. You know, the spokespeople for insurance.
Oh, Flo
from Progressive.
I mean,
J.K. Simmons is Professor Burke, and Dennis Haysbert from Allstate. Put them all together. You would have done as good of a job as Jeff Passan.
We've talked before. I've said on this program many times, I don't understand insurance. I understand the concept of it.
You have said it like 100 times.
It's weird that I was handed this homework assignment yesterday and not you. But I go, I'm going to listen to this, and I want to see what he says. And, you know, I understand the concept of insurance. I'm going to give you money. You're going to hold it for me until I need it for something. Okay? What you do with that money, I'm going to trust you with that money. I'm going to trust that you're not going to put it up your nose or go buy a new Lamborghini with it. Because if something happens to my knee, I'm going to need some of that money back. I don't really understand deductibles, still how that works, but that's beside the point. So they start talking about this, and what I was really fascinated to learn is that all of this started 12 years ago. 12 years ago, there was a case filed by a couple of policyholders, pretty innocuous, saying, hey, we have a feeling or we have some proof that you, Mark Walters, investor from Chicago, have taken our annuities that we paid you every year, and you're using premiums. You're taking those and you are using them to buy other businesses of which we don't see a dime from. Mm-hmm. Like you're investing our money. You took my $100, you turned it into $10,000. What do I get back?
Which you aren't. It's not illegal to invest that money and let it grow while you're holding on to it before you pay it back to your policyholders. You can't use it on your own businesses.
Correct.
Is what the law states.
But the interesting thing is, so these two women filed this claim, and it was, go figure, settled out of court. So then what happened was, instead of going, hey guys, we dodged a bullet here with this. Like, we can't do this. They doubled down, they tripled down, they quadrupled down, they quintupled down. And this became their new cash machine. Policyholders. The guy he had on, and I will get his name because there's a chance we talked to Jeff Passan about this today. I was texting with Jeff Passan last night. Paulie was texting with Jeff Passan last night. I think Jeff's going to come on. Jeff is afraid he's going to get attacked. I'm not going to attack him. And I said, I don't attack you. I said, I did find it funny, and I do find it interesting, and I will ask him about this. Is there anything you would have done differently, knowing what you know now about how the Dodgers were purchased for $2.15 billion years ago? Because Jeff has told us, and Jeff has put it in writing many, many times on Twitter, things to the, again, splitting hairs. He's like, I never said that every team can do this. I said every team should do this. Should every team's owner have robbed little old ladies from their, insurance premiums and use them for their own personal gain? I think Jeff would say that that shouldn't be the case. I thought he did a great job. I always think he does a great job. Mm-hmm. I do. I'm not going to attack Jeff Passan at all. I like Jeff a lot. I think he's great. So we got in we were texting a little bit about it last night, and I told him, I just said, look, the Padre fan in general, of which he called me what did he call me?
I got to pull it up.
He called me.
It was pretty good.
It was great.
Yeah, it was.
And I might put it in my Twitter bio. San Diego's concierge and the proxy. The proxy of like the madmen, like the lunatic Padre fans. You don't like calling. There's a fundamental difference in Ben and you and I. Right? Like, you won't call out a reporter because I feel like you're a reporter. I will. I have no problem with it. I think most of them are egomaniacs. I think they know everything. Jeff, and I would tell Jeff this on the phone, I think some of your tweets over the last few years, specifically in regards to the Dodgers, have been over the top and ridiculous. Ridiculous. And I told him that. I said, I have a problem with guys that carry the water for the Dodgers, including you. I said in my text, you saw it. I said every move they make is infallible. It's brilliant. It's savvy. It's slick. It's smart. Every move we make is garbage. We can't sustain it. And he's not. He gets lumped in sometimes with the Rosenthals of the world, but I think he's great at what he does. I think he's phenomenal.
I think he might be the best.
I think he's the best
ever done it.
Yeah,
as a baseball insider, and I think he is one of the good guys in the industry as well. So I feel a little bit bad that he feels attacked by our fan base here in San Diego.
So that's the thing that also bothered me is he said, I wanted to put this thing out to address it. He said, and then Padre fans, told me I suck. And I'm going to tell them today, if you think it's just Padre fans, I don't know, man. There's Dodger fatigue across this country in a huge way. I think 29 other fan bases are tired of being told, hey, man, you can do this. And he does admit what we've all known and said for years, that, yeah, their TV deal makes it literally impossible to do what they do. If you're another team, it makes it literally impossible. And he admits that. That's the first time he's really admitted that. So
it's been my argument.
It's been everybody's argument.
Of course.
It's nobody's. It's
the argument.
It's the argument. It's been the argument. So I thought it was really well done. I thought the guy he had on, this guy is as passionate about
Gober.
Tom Gober.
That's what McKee says in the chat was his name.
So Tom has spent 40 years as a forensic analyst, an insurance analyst for years, digging into corporate malfeasance, corporate oversights, if you will. He's so passionate about protecting the policyholder. Like, that's his daughter.
It sounds extremely fascinating and also extremely boring at the same time.
I mean, I could see myself drooling on the paper at my desk at work. I need you to go through these files and see what you find. I'd be like, what? I mean, bro, there's no way. So his daughter was actually in the comment section of Jeff's podcast and said, thank you so much for having my dad on. He has dedicated his life to protecting policyholders across this country. Wow. It is his greatest passion.
It's awesome.
It was great.
And it's, I think what is difficult to grasp in this story, it's like with a guy like Bernie Madoff, when you're taking other people's money and you're spending it on yourself, we all know eventually the bill will come due.
Sure.
They'll find out about it. What Mark Walter did is he actually successfully did all of his crimes.
Correct.
There was plenty of money to go around. He made so much money.
Except for him. This is the weird part. He owes money, and again, Jeff says between 21 and 24 billion dollars by December 31st. That is a huge hole. Jeff doesn't, and I'll ask him too. Okay, let's say Mark Walter sells the team today, has to. Like, I owe $21 billion, man. I'm going to have to sell my 27% share in this team. What happens to the Dodgers then? I think the train keeps rolling. I really do. I don't think there's anything.
I think if there's a season next year, they're the favorites to win a 4th straight World Series.
And I think they'll re-sign Scooble and, go get who they need to get. I do.
Regardless of who's owning the team.
Correct. So, but Mark Walter, again, the thing that was so utterly fascinating to me is like, hey, man, Ben, you got busted for armed robbery in, 15 years ago. You decided, all right, that sucked. I paid to make it go away. I'm going to armed robber so hard and so fast now and so many times that I don't care. It was the open kind of brazenness is the word, the lack of really care or responsibility for all those policyholders. There's some really underhanded shell companies that they, typical Dodgers fashion, they named it, like one of them's called Dodgers Tickets. It's right. Like it's really, really interesting as far
totally legal money.
Not a shell company incorporated. So Jeff may come on today. I hope that he does. I will not attack him. I asked the tier ones, do not attack Jeff Passan. Please. He is one of the good ones. I do feel that way.
You read us something that Bob Nightingale, another national insider, wrote, and it was... I would say it's infuriating, but I'm kind of immune to it at this point. Like, Bob Nightingale has some grudge against the Padres.
It's so funny.
I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but you can clearly see it in his reporting.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a knife
twist. Yeah, I mean, totally unnecessary digs.
Jeff Passan did tell Padres fans, if you don't want to be a little brother, stop acting like one. Sometimes little brother gets tired of big brother, and little brother knows big brother has been taking money out of mom's purse. He knows it. He knows it. He knows that big brother, his allowance is $100. He knows his allowance is $3. And that doesn't feel right to little brother. And little brother gets pissed. So I think, Jeff has had his issues with Padres fans. Padres fans have had his issues with Jeff. But Jeff is fantastic at what he does. He is. Somebody made the really brilliant point yesterday, and I think they're right. I don't know anymore if anyone wants an actual sports journalist, because you think about Pablo Torre and the Clippers. He had dead to rights, receipts, the whole thing. People were like, exonerated, because Adam Silver was like, we didn't find anything, to protect Steve Ballmer.
Right.
Major League Baseball, we know, have protected the Dodgers. We know that there are rules that they skirt as far as the IL goes, potentially with deferrals for $1 billion. Like, that's not something every team's allowed to do. We know that. Nobody wants to hear it. If you report on it and in a favorable light, that means you're a shill. Nobody wants sports journalism anymore. They want Pat McAfee. They want us. They want us coming in and talking about it.
Is there any national insider or writer that people like?
I thought Jeff is probably the most liked.
Well, everybody hates Rosenthal. We know why. Just told you why Bob Nightingale sucks. John Heyman, he's going to never live down Arson Judge, but he's whatever. Yeah. Who else is out there? Like, it's
Jake and Jordan do pretty good. I mean, they do pretty well. They write good stories.
Yeah, unless they write one positive Dodger story, then it's they suck.
I do think, though, there's always going to be that thought that anyone who covers baseball is going to protect baseball to a certain extent.
Correct.
Let's say, Jeff Passan has a scoop that's so big that it might take down the entire league. Like, Major League Baseball goes away. Now, what do you do with that?
You have to run it.
You have to run it.
Are you a journalist or are you not?
Okay, but now
that's my entire Adam Schefter and Kyle Shanahan.
Right, but now my entire career is gone because my career is covering Major League Baseball, and I've torched the whole thing with this story.
That's journalism.
Today,
what about the guys? What about Woodward and Bernstein? Are they like, do we want to bring down the president of the United States? This is bigger than baseball.
But they know there's going to be another president after that. Like, if you really took down baseball,
going away.
Probably not.
I mean, what would it have to be to make baseball go away entirely, right? Like, I do think.
But no one wants to destroy baseball that is put their entire life into baseball.
Evan Drellick. That's it. David J. Evan Drellick. He's the guy. Like he's him and
he doesn't.
I do put Jeff in there. I did, and I do think it's gotten out of control.
I've always viewed them different. Like Drellick doesn't get a lot of like, hey, I'm hearing the Twins are shopping so and so or whatever. But he's the guy that like you don't want him investigating into your team.
Astros fans don't like Evan Drellick.
Right?
They don't like Evan Drellick.
No team wants. You should hate Evan Drellick because you don't want him anywhere near your organization.
I think he's fantastic. I thought that the podcast is great, and I told Jeff in a text. If you come on, if you don't, I don't care.
Well, he said sure.
Yeah, he said sure.
First text back to me, my first text, hey, would you like to come on tomorrow? We'd love to have you on. It wasn't even about the podcast. It was barely about the podcast. I was like, we'd love to have you on to talk about Padres ownership, the wild card race, etc.
Oh, I wanted to talk about that.
And I said, and the podcast that we played a clip of this morning. And he goes, sure. And then he says, do I need to like prepare to be attacked or anything?
Yeah, be attacked. I go, I would never attack you. I'm going to bust your balls.
And then it kind of unraveled from there, but he said sure. And then we never confirmed a time. So I don't know.
Why is he allowed to bomb atomically and I'm not? And he does like crazy. It's in his bio. I bomb atomically. He will go after guys, their personal appearance. I'm like, Jeff, I bust your balls, but I'm not mean. But I did bust your balls while you and Ken and all those guys disappeared in the middle of the pennant race. It does give the impression that you guys are at Chavez Ravine going, all right, so how do we spin this? Right? It did. Did it not? It's weird. It was weird.
But he did deliver in the end.
He absolutely did.
He delivered in the end.
Absolutely did.
All right, you ready to get started here?
I thought we just did.
We did. We will take a quick timeout. We will come back. We will talk about the decisions of the 1-0 loss to the Pirates yesterday as the Padres continue a offensive slump at a very inopportune time on the schedule. And we will set the menu for the rest of what we've got on a Big League Wednesday as well. Broadcasting live from our Bill House studios. We know how. It's Ben and Woods on a Wednesday on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's going to hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee
It's going to in a second.
right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? This spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
He just, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's going to hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Ben Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. We have a busy show. but something, still a little up in the air, as we don't know exactly when or if Jeff Passan may be joining us.
I sure hope he does.
He
But
told
that would
me
be
yes.
fun.
He told Woods yes.
Yes, he goes, we'll talk tomorrow.
But-
He was going to rip me in the text, and he said he deleted it, but it was cathartic.
I guess I'll.
You ever do that? Just write out a mean text?
Aren't you dying
Oh,
to
yeah.
know what it
No.
said?
No.
You can
I
you can live without now
I don't
knowing?
feel like I've done anything wrong to Jeff Passan. I really don't.
Like you're gonna go to bed knowing.
I don't think I've done anything. If I did something mean or like said something mean, I haven't said anything mean to him.
It would be both horrifying, but kind of cool too. Someone of Jeff Passan's stature.
It was pretty cool
Like
texting him last night. I can't deny.
Yeah, is it kind of like when you are the victim of an insult comedian, like who's working the crowd?
Yes.
Like someone
and
who's,
he goes and gets you.
and they get you.
Jeff Garland got me one night.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Hannah was pregnant with Bo at the time. And Jeff, I was filling in across the street. I was on KGB for like a week. And I was just doing mornings and hey, Jeff Garland's coming in to promote his thing. And I'm like, oh my God, I love Curb. I love Jeff Garland. He came in. We had a good interview. He's a baseball fan. So we talked Cubs and baseball. And so that night he's like, you coming to the show? I'm like, bro, we wouldn't have missed it. We love Curb. So we come in, we sit down front row, and Hannah was pregnant, like pretty pregnant. You could tell she was pregnant. And he spent 40 minutes, like just torching me, like torching. How'd you get that girl? Like just crushing me. And I was like, this is the greatest. I thought it was so cool. I don't know. Like, I really like Jeff. That's the bummer. I just bust everybody's balls, and I get my balls busted. That's the other thing, is I can take it as well. And so I'm like, this is just kind of in good, clean fun. I haven't said anything personal.
No, and I think if Jeff Passan was a tier 1 and listened to the show every day, he would totally
know that.
He would totally get it. He's a guy who you feel like he gets it. He understands, but
Ken Rosenthal probably wouldn't like this show.
But out of context, and all you see is a one or two tweets and people reacting to them
correct
harshly. You're gonna assume, okay, this guy is just railing on me on the radio in San Diego, and I have no idea what's going on.
That's not it.
Which is not the case.
That's not.
But
the case.
he looks at all the people that are like, "F you effing moron," and then it's like followed by Woods.
No, it's not
whatever.
that. It's if they're on my comment, he has. I think he has the thing of like, oh, you just brought all these hornets to me, and you unleash them. Like I was holding a bag of hornets. It was like, no, dude. Like I literally sent out a GIF that said, well, look who decided to show up. That's my personality. It's a sardonic, sarcastic personality. It wasn't mean. I wasn't like, finally this P word decides to step up and blah, blah, right? Like I just was like, wow, look who it's just sarcastic. And he's like the most sarcastic dude on the planet. Now, somebody said in the chat, it's wild that he's so sensitive being a national writer. That's not wild to me at all. That would suck. He had a crap day yesterday. I mean, he got community noted, had to delete a tweet. It's one of those days where you got the main character. I've been the main character before, and it sucks, dude. You want to throw your phone into the ocean and walk away and never come back.
Yeah, but when you're a national guy like that,
you
have
millions.
30 fan bases that hate you. Well, 29 fan bases that hate you because of your coverage.
So I think he's awesome. I always have, and I've always said that. So I certainly would not attack him. I want to dig deeper into what he learned and how he learned it. I think I could do an hour with him, and I wouldn't blink.
So Jeff Passan, TBD on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not Big Bang Banking. It is.
We're going to shoot for 8:40.
That would be ideal, given our schedule, because it is a Big League Wednesday, and Bret Boone will join us at 7:40 for our weekly conversation. We'll talk a little bit more about the Ketel Marte story in Arizona, which he was covering on his podcast this week. And apparently, Bret Boone is also going to be our guest tomorrow on the Epic Wings, Epic Padres Roundtable from 9 to 10, commercial free.
You telling me we're double dipping Booney?
We got a lot of Booney this week.
So much Booney.
Outside of that, we'll have our regular features, talk some Padres baseball. We'll give you an update on Nick Pivetta's rehab start last night for Lake Elsinore coming up at 7:25. It's Don't Do This. 8 o'clock, maybe at the reset. We certainly owe a big shout out to her family. A legend, of course, lost yesterday. Everybody was talking about it.
I mean, do we even need to wait?
I say we get to it.
Let's just say we do.
That was worldwide
news.
I just want to make sure that we have time to talk about it. We can do the shout out now and then talk about her later as well.
We've got, my math serves, We've got 3 hours and 18 minutes.
Correct. But in the next 10 minutes, we need to get to traffic and a Padres Wrap-Up that's sponsored. So just keep that calculus in your mind.
Rest in peace. Shout out to her family, to the great, the unrivaled, sweetest angel of all time. 80 years old.
Like
actual sweetest angel, the best of humanity that exists. Dolly Parton passed away yesterday.
This is BBC News. We're interrupting our schedules for the following announcement. Buckingham Palace has announced the death of Her Majesty.
Really was Her Majesty.
Literally Her Majesty.
Just the best.
She was impossibly nice.
Impossibly. Like, you're a nice guy.
Oh,
but you're not that nice.
No, not even close.
There was a story, and I know we have to get to the sponsored crap up. I'm delaying it because it sucks. But
they were probably pretty short.
It's not going to take long.
About it. There was one offensive highlight. The entire
was it the leadoff double?
No, the one home run.
Oh, no, I was going to say for us.
Yeah,
leadoff double?
Really,
no Padres highlights today.
There was a story about somebody was worked for like a concert venue, and a fan showed up at like down in the bowels of the concert venue and said, "I'm dying. I have terminal cancer, and my lifelong dream is to meet Dolly Parton." So this lady said, "Okay, hang on, I'll see what I can do." Knocks on the dressing room door. Dolly's assistant answered. "Hi, so sorry to bother you guys before the show. This person is down there. They're saying that they have terminal cancer." And the assistant rolled her eyes like, "Oh, yeah, we've heard this shtick before." And Dolly's like, "I'll go." And she's like, you don't have to go. It's probably BS. And she's like, "No, kindness is always the way." She went down, met this person. Don't know if they did or not, but went down and met her. And I went, holy cow. I mean, that's one of a gazillion stories about the things that she did. Good. She always did good.
I saw so many stories that I hadn't ever heard yesterday. I loved her talking about her look, obviously, signature, the big hair, the rhinestones.
Whoa, you scared me to death.
The big hair. She said growing up, there was a woman in town. She said basically, I didn't know it, but she was like the town floozy who dressed like that. And everyone always criticized her. "Oh, that's, so-and-so." And Dolly said, "I just thought she was the most beautiful with the big hair." And her mom said, "That woman, she's trash." And Dolly said, "Well, when I grow up, I want to be trash."
I want to be trash too. Incredible.
I saw this morning when I got in, the prep service put together a little montage. No, like a good one. It's got just some clips of
Dolly
her.
Parton's gone today. Like
No, nothing original.
No, okay, thank God.
It's actually Dolly Parton. But the first part of it is her, like one of her first appearances ever. She's a teenager, just a young girl.
Here's a little gal that I know you're going to really learn to love. She ain't no dumb blonde, though. Pretty Miss Dolly Parton.
Just because I'm blonde, don't think I'm dumb. 'Cause this dumb blonde ain't nobody's fool. Jolene.
Come on.
Both songs written in the same night.
The same 24-hour period.
Thank you, Kenny.
Oh, Kenny Rogers too, man.
You are now and forever a member of the Country Music Hall of Fame.
Here you come again, working 9 to 5.
So 80s, man.
Oh, I got like chills.
So
with that.
80s, dude.
She was so good.
Oh, when we were kids, man, that everybody loved her. Like the hoods liked Dolly Parton. You know what I mean? Like, the greasers and the socias. They all liked Dolly Parton back then. Everybody. My dad loved her. My mom loved her. Everybody loved Dolly Parton. Everybody. My uncles loved her. Like, she was universally loved. They said they did a poll, the most liked human beings on earth. She was number one.
Yeah.
Number one, as far as this poll goes. 65% was the highest, and she got 65%.
Amazing.
It's such a loss. So the world is worse for it today, certainly.
100%.
Yep.
And you say, 80 years old. I will say only 80. I mean, she had plenty. She
looked and sounded, very.
It was confirmed she did have a recent fight with cancer.
I hate it so much.
There were some stories about her health in the last year or so that had
she had
come
been keeping it pretty quiet, though, but she passed away yesterday at a hospital in Nashville.
Sad.
Or a cancer center.
Super sad, man. Well, shout out to her family. We love you, Dolly.
All right, we're going to check traffic, and then we will come back with our Padres wrap-up, which will be about Paul Skeens. Paul Skeens.
I'm begging of you, please don't find your velo.
Next year on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 97.3 The Fan Traffic Center, here's your latest traffic update.
805 northbound, we have brake lights on and off starting National City at Plaza Boulevard. Once you're in San Diego, 94, your drive should clear up. Now, your National University educated route would be 5 northbound on the 15. You'll bypass this. I'm Fonseca with San Diego Traffic.
Brought to you by Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water.
What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? We always bottle our Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source, and all our bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from our own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source.
It's a shame if they lose.
You got a problem. And good luck to the Pirates.
How did things play out in yesterday's game?
Supremely stupid.
It's time for the Padres Wrap-Up with Ben and Woods. Brought to you by Hamul Casino Resort. Hey, player, here's something to cheer you up. The rooftop pool's open, day passes are available, and the spa is calling your name. Hamul Casino Resort, the player's place.
We'll give it 16 minutes of salt, and then we'll, get back on the pump and figure it out.
This game has got to come to an end.
Miller delivers, and that's launched in the air, deep down the right field line, and gone, a home run for the first time this year. Mason Miller gives up a homer, and O'Neal Cruz has put the first run of the night on the board, 1-0 here in the ninth.
He's human. It's part of the gig when you're pitching. Every once in a while, someone's going to get you. Last I checked, no one's gone a full 162 season without giving up a run, and, every once in a while it's going to happen. Unfortunately, tonight, it was one of those games where it's a tie ball game and cost us.
What you take away from this game then probably is Michael, and then the offense again struggling against pretty good pitching, starting pitching.
Yeah, really good pitching. I mean, they definitely upgraded their bullpen. Their bullpen's pretty nasty, and we faced the reigning NL Cy Young Award winner tonight, who had been struggling a little bit, but is definitely back on his game today. So a lot of tough pitching we faced the last 2 days. We haven't been able to break through. We had a few guys in scoring position. Toddy led off the game with that double, and we just weren't able to move them around. So we've got to be able to take advantage of those, not as many opportunities as best we can in games like this with such good pitching on the other side. And, hopefully we can get that done tomorrow.
Got to have it, man. Got to have it. Cannot get swept.
More than a few guys in scoring position. Padres went 1 for 19 the last 2 days with runners in scoring position.
That is brutal.
Tough to put a lot of offense together when you go through a stretch like that.
Yeah, you can go up and down the lineup, man, but it's the usual suspects, right? If Manny's not hitting and if Jackson's not hitting, Toddy got that double and was stranded at first, because of, Crony wasn't able to move him over. Manny wasn't able to get him in. Manny's dying right now. He's had 2 extra base hits in August, 2.
It's a concern,
Yeah,
hopefully there's still time for him to get right and healthy and go on one more Manny stretch, but it's a problem right now.
It's a huge problem. And you have to have production from your 3-hole hitter. You just do. There's your opportunity in the first to get on Paul Skeens with a lazy single to right field, gets the job done. Jackson is scuffling right now again. It's just this kind of can't stay super consistent with his swinging it at bad pitches again. You're pressing right now. The offense is pressing. They're not doing enough. They had been doing a really, really great job. But now, man, you can't, you're going to end up, you've lost the series to the Mets. You've lost the series to the Pirates in the home stretch. It's brutal. It's brutal.
That being said, it feels like the Padres are flailing away. What do they strike out 14? No, they start 4 times against Paul Skeens.
And they twice against Ashcraft, I think.
They put the ball in play the last 2 days and really had almost nothing to show for it.
Yeah.
So some of that is a little bad BABIP luck, but you also feel like that they're not taking great swings at the same time.
It's the baseball's so weird. I mean, I've just had this conversation yesterday. Like, oh man, you're not striking out a ton, but you're not making good contact. But I thought you wanted me to put the ball in play because good things happen.
Good things happen. How many times do we hear that? Put the ball in play and good things happen. Well, the Padres have put the ball in play the last 2 days and almost nothing good has happened.
Let's adjudicate that. Let's amend it, right? make hard contact and play, and good things will happen. And sometimes, the funny thing is, you hit that little bleeder between first and third, knock, right? It's just a stupid
Fernando
game.
Tatis Jr. went a month and a half putting the ball in play hard, and nothing good happened either.
It's very weird.
It is hard to crack the code of baseball.
It really is.
Padres cracked it for a while. They were on a roll. Now things are, as Craig Stammen promised, we're probably going to have another 4-game losing streak at some point. Maybe this is the first 2 of the 4.
B-Law said it.
Not.
Yeah, Brian Lawrence said it when he was on the round table. Boone would say it. They all say it. They've been through it. Take their word over ours, certainly any day of the year, or any day of the week. But yeah, man, you got to right the ship. You got to, we got to get back to the San Diego Salvagers today, because you have a very gnarly trip ahead. And you got to rise to that challenge as well.
I do want to at least address the people who said Mason Miller should not have been in the game last night.
That's crazy talk, man.
You certainly need to evaluate whether he felt like he was up to it. He said before the game to Greg Stammen, I've got an inning in me.
Give me the ball.
Your choices at that point, based on the usage of everyone else. I mean, you want Griffin Canning in there in the 9th inning in the 0-0 game, or you want Mason Miller?
Somebody said, well, Adrian threw a 6-pitch inning. And
he threw 2 innings the day before.
2 innings the day before. That's what I said. I go, and he goes, well, Mason pitched 30 the day before. And I go, okay, but when Mason Miller comes to you before the game and goes, I'm good. Like, if you need me, bro, there's not a coach or manager on the planet that wouldn't go, done. Like, you went to your guy and he got. That's baseball in a nutshell.
And we'll never know. If he had just thrown all sliders to O'Neill Cruz, would it have been a 1-2-3 inning, and we wouldn't even be talking about this. 0-1, change up,
slowed his bat up, and you got 102, 103 in the tank. Just blow it by O'Neill Cruz. You can. But he dropped the head on it, hit it 113 miles an hour.
I mean, I can see how it's a good idea. This guy's going to be gearing up for 104, and I drop it down to 96, and he is going to swing right
96. Could have been a mistake.
Top, and he made a mistake. Yeah. And he acknowledged it. It's not like, Mason, you don't know what you're doing. He said, I was stupid. It was stupid pitch, bad execution.
He said, sometimes humans are stupid.
Yep, and he did. So we will come back, pay off our incorporator with Jesse Agler, and give you that Nick Pivetta update next on 97.3 The Fan. By the way, the official streak that ended last night, 384 days, 74 appearances, 76 2/3 innings since Mason Miller had allowed a home run.
Good Lord.
It's shocking, man.
Which was the longest active streak in Major League Baseball. That came to an end with one swing of the bat by O'Neal Cruz last night.
You know, and you got to pick. That guy has shown up for you offense every single day for a year. Pick him up. Pick that man up last night. Pick that dude up.
And you talked about how it was bound to happen, which it was. You just wish, hey, if you had
was guaranteed to happen.
If you had a 2-0 lead and you do that and you go, all right,
no
just get the
problema.
next out and we win the game. Yeah. Fortunately, it was a 0. Even if you were up 1-0, and it's tied, you still have a chance to go and win that game, or extra innings can happen. But in a tie game 0-0, that's the last moment you wanted to see Mason Miller's streak come to an end.
Like, it hurt my heart.
Oh, so much.
It hurt my heart because the guy is just so flipping good and has been. But yeah, man, look, again, the issues with this team, they vary from week to week, right? For a while, it was starting pitch. Well, no, beginning of the season, it was offense. And then it was starting pitching, and the offense was raking. And then starting pitching is like, we got it together. We're going to go quality start every time out right now. And then the offense is falling off the table again. So it's unfortunate, man, that you can't kind of put it all together. They have put it together. They have had a really good second half. You cannot take that away from them. But winnable series, bad execution against the Mets, bad execution against the Pirates, Ben. As Craig Stammen said the other day, it's going to come back to haunt us, and I hope it doesn't.
Did it make anybody mad how easily Dustin Harris got his bunt down when he sacrificed Xander over to second base? I mean,
he's
laid it down perfectly. Perfect.
Probably worked on it 400 times.
Right.
To be honest, he probably did. It was
no problem
cage.
whatsoever. And if we're looking for the silver lining, this could actually be much more positive than a 1-0 loss. Michael King was like awesome. Michael King. He threw, and this is from Kevin Acey's newsletter this morning. I didn't realize this. 24 first pitch strikes. That's more than any other starting pitcher in Major League Baseball this season. He was getting ahead, and he was ace like Michael King last night. If he goes on one of his runs, and this is like we've been seeing it the last couple of times out, like getting closer to it, this was the Michael King that you were hoping to see. He has the capability of carrying this now for a couple of months, all the way through October, potentially, if the Padres can get there. And that is a game changer for the San Diego Padres. You have Michael King, like he was in the playoffs a couple of years ago, dominating. That's a completely different ball game, for your Padres. Got to get there, but that is an incredibly positive sign, what we saw. He said, quote, right from the jump, I had it. Said, they are a very aggressive team, but I definitely was in the lanes that I wanted to get to, and that was the scouting report going in. Like, you can't groove fastballs early because they're an aggressive team. They're going to jump on them, so I felt like I was still able to get the outer or inner thirds early, executed some pitches off the plate that kind of fed into their aggressiveness.
And again, that game could have gone sideways in the first inning, and by all accounts, it should have, but he locked it in after that. Benny got hosed on a call. Campy screwed him on a Campy challenged the wrong pitch early. We remain just the worst at challenging. I mean, it is just, he is the worst I've ever seen. That one in the ninth.
He got his right.
Not his next one.
No, with the first
the
one.
one in the ninth.
The one in the ninth. But I think
in the ninth,
it's like you're just using it to use it just in case. Like, the ball's right down the middle.
He was walking away as he challenged.
It kills me. It's so funny, but it's not funny.
It
makes me want to die.
If I got it, I'm going to use it.
Yeah. This is really funny. When Mason Miller was talking about O'Neal Cruz, getting to him, and he said, humans can be idiots sometimes. I mean, tip of your hat, good swing, crushed it, obviously. I just can't be throwing that pitch in that spot. That was only the 22nd changeup he'd thrown all year. Now, Mason Miller should have known, because I saw a story that came out about our new owner, Jose E. Feliciano. Before the press conference, went down in the batting cages and wanted to see the traject machine, and got into the box against Mason Miller in the traject.
They talked about this at the news conference.
And hit a 96-mile-an-hour changeup. So, Mason, if Jose E. Feliciano hits your changeup, you're going to throw it to O'Neal Cruz? I don't think so. Maybe you stick it in timeout and go with that heater, that slider to a free swinging O'Neal Cruz.
Now, none of the first 21 changeups he threw all season had been put into play.
That's crazy.
It's not one that he generally wants to throw for a strike. It's usually more of an off the plate sort of, change their speed, change their eye, and then you come back with a fastball. It's not something that's supposed to be hit.
It's unfair.
He just missed his location so badly that he put it in the one spot. You really can't put it, especially against that guy, a left-handed hitter with the kind of bat speed that he has. So, yeah, it was dumb, and he knows it's dumb, and we can just file it away. And wouldn't be shocked if we never see another changeup the rest of this season. Yeah. And he may try to, in the offseason, once again, incorporate. It's his, I think someone wrote it, his white whale.
Yeah,
he feels like if he can add a devastating changeup, he probably sees Adrian Morejon doing his. Ooh, I would like that pitch as well.
Adrian was so good last night too. He's just incredible. He's just an amazing weapon for this team. And man, again, the offense sputtering as it has taxes the hell out of the bullpen. And when that happens, dude, that's what gets me. That's what makes me the most nervous. Right? If the offense goes cold. Guys, we've seen it, man. We've seen it. That's my biggest concern right now is the offense going into this stretch run because we have seen them get cold, and when they get cold, they get really cold. And Toddy they had 3 hits last night total. How many the night before?
Like 6 or 7, yeah.
But left everybody on base. They're just not playing. They're not playing great baseball right now offensively. They're just not
just offensively. Pitching has been
awesome.
Fantastic again. So you can't complain about that, and ultimately that'll keep you in a lot of games. You shouldn't go.
They haven't had a chance to win every game.
Yeah,
right?
you shouldn't go into a complete tailspin with the kind of pitching they're getting.
Correct.
You're going to luck into a few runs and win some games, even if you are slumping. It's when the pitching is dicey, and then you go cold offensively. That's when you lose 8 out of 10, and that would devastate them right now. I don't foresee that happening, but there's not much margin for error. Obviously, their lead down to 1 over the Diamondbacks in the wild card race.
Well, somebody said it was 2 games. Yeah, it's been 2 games, but it was also 2 games against the Mets where, you didn't it's the execution for me. Like that's what's bugging me. It's poor execution, poor base running in some instances in New York. And again, beatable teams that you should beat. I know they're all pros. I know they're all big leaguers. So you can't take any of it for granted. But you're in every game. You have a chance to win every game. You just haven't done it. And it's okay. You still have a game. You're still in the playoffs just if the playoffs started today, but they don't. They don't start today.
In your last, 9 games, you're 5-4, and those 4 losses are by a combined total of 5 runs.
Correct. So you're right there.
You had a chance to win every single one of them.
Yep.
Your wins are by 7, 2, 4, 3, and 5.
Yep.
So you're winning way more than you're losing, and you're doing it by bigger numbers. But ultimately, it's just a game over 500 over those last 9 games. So you got to, now it's the results that matter the most.
Yep. And you've used your big dogs the last 2 nights, and you need a win desperately today. So what does that tell you? The offense has to show up today. They just have to take the torch and run today against Bubba Champ.
Absolutely. Baseball coverage on 97.3 The Fan is presented by Xfinity. Score the most reliable Wi-Fi. One price, 5 years guaranteed. Xfinity. Imagine that. Padres did get, I think, encouraging news last night. We will hear from probably him today at Petco Park, but Nick Pivetta threw a rehab start at Lake Elsinore. Last rehab start, didn't get out of the first inning. We remember what happened, walked off the mound. This time he got through 3 innings, and while the final numbers you go, ooh, that kind of dicey, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 homers allowed, threw 47 pitches, 35 of them for strikes. So he's filling up the zone. He's just out there to see if his arm feels good. They're not like scouting reports on each of the players and, hey, we need to go with a slider against this guy. I think that is ultimately a very positive sign. Just 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, gets back on the mound. We'll see how his arm feels today, but a very good step forward, I would say, for Nick Pivetta.
Yeah, will be very, very important. Can he hit at all? Is he a hitter? Because the lineup needs a little juice right now.
And we will get another update on Joe Musgrove when he throws tomorrow for the El Paso Chihuahuas in their game as well. So obviously Joe a lot closer returning, but if the progression for Nick Pivetta, 47 pitches, maybe 2 or 3 more rehab starts, we could see him by the middle of September as well.
When was Joe's last rehab? Tom wants to know. It was,
I think, a week ago.
A week ago.
A little over, maybe last Wednesday, maybe.
Okay, sounds about right.
Or last Tuesday. Yeah,
down in
they paused him a little bit. He had a little back issue.
That's right.
But he's back tonight and could be his final rehab start, or tomorrow night. So it could be his final rehab start. All right, Paulie is going to do a little something different today, I believe, on our Incorporator payoff.
Yeah, a little bit different. The Incorporator today, I did find the word. It was done in the 5th inning last night. Oligon. Well,
we're at the letter U for the Incorporator, and Woods pulled a little change. I don't even know what it is. Paulie, you've got it, though?
Oligon.
Oligon.
Great word. Oligon. And listen, I hope it comes from Paul Skeens tonight, but it is a cry of sorrow. Oligon. You got to work that into the broadcast.
You missed
tonight.
it yesterday with Robbie Ray on the mound.
I was just thinking,
with
Robbie Ray would have been perfect.
So that was the word. Now, typically on the Incorporator, we'll pull, I don't know, whatever's necessary for context, 20 to 30 seconds usually are the total clips. This one's about almost 3 minutes long because the inning started with, they do like the fan, go to the fans website and you can submit your question of the game. And it was, what's the best baseball prank that you can remember witnessing? And so the Incorporator is kind of like the punchline of one of the pranks that Bob Scanlon, former MLB pitcher, tells. But I wanted to hear all of the stories, all of the pranks. So
we got to ask Boone about it too now. So
100%.
I'm gonna write that down.
I thought, let's switch it up. I want to just take a couple of minutes. This is from the bottom of the 5th inning last night.
Foul ball, 1-1 on Reindl. Yeah, the best rookie prank you have ever witnessed, obviously safe for radio. That is the question of the day from Chris in Sacramento.
Well, as it turns out, I was traded to the Chicago Cubs alongside Chuck McElroy. Chuck and I went to the Cubs in exchange for Mitch Williams, who went from the Phillies over the Cubs, or the Cubs over the Phillies, I should say. And as it turns out, Chuck McElroy happened to be the guy that all the veterans wanted to do pranks on. So I got a chance to see all kinds of different pranks on poor Chuck. And the first one, you've heard the strongest sit-up, man with the strongest sit-up? Okay.
1-1, and Reindl takes high.
So they get on the ground, and they say, okay, we're going to put a player on each one of your arms, and you've got to do a sit-up, and you got to try to lift this guy up. And you're like, okay, no problem, I can do it. What you don't know is that the players on each side of your arm are there to pin you down, and then they come up with a big bucket of nasty stuff from the restroom and pour it all over you. So he suffered that one. Then the next one was, I'd never seen this one before or since, but one of the players had this horn, and it looked like a trumpet, basically. And you're trying to make a sound out of this trumpet.
3-1 is at the knees and a called strike.
So these guys are blowing on this horn. They can't get a sound out of it. Hey, Chuck, do you want to try getting a sound out of this horn? So the other thing about this horn is the bell of it is bent back towards your face. So he's blowing into this horn.
3-2, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Number 3 for Skeens, 1 out in the 5th.
Good sinker. Bottom part of the zone for strike 3. And as Chuck blows into this horn, all of this baby powder comes flying out of the bell of the horn and covers his face completely. And it turns out, I guess you have to push down one of the buttons. If you push a button down and you blow in the thing, nothing happens. But as soon as you don't push the button down, boom, you got powder all over your face.
Now, that's good old-fashioned fun, right?
So we got powdered on that one.
Here's Camposano.
Then there was the wombat.
Crouching as in the animal, the rodent.
The animal. Oh, yeah. Have you ever seen a wild wombat? Oh, it's a mean creature, Jesse. And it comes in a cage, and the umpire crew happened to have a wombat, and they brought it in. This big cage comes in there. They tell Chuck to come and look close at the cage.
Yeah, inside 1-1.
And the cage opens up, and this fake tail comes flying out at you, and it hits you in the face, and you think this wombat has escaped the cage, and he goes flying right all over the room thinking this wild wombat is coming at him.
I should apologize to the wombat community, by the way. They're marsupials. Swing and a miss, 1-2. I said rodent. I don't want to misidentify anybody.
So poor Chuck McElroy, he was sort of the brunt of all the rookie hazing that year in the Cubs clubhouse.
Oh, the oligon that must have come out of his mouth.
Incredible.
All in 2 strikes on Camposano.
Best one I've ever heard, is the Joe Carter, Derek Bell prank. So rookie, Derek Bell, just getting the big leagues, man. Got a little money. He bought a green Ford SUV Jeep, and he wouldn't shut up about it in the clubhouse. Like, you guys see my new ride? And everyone's like, it's great, dude. You got a Ford SUV, relax. But for him, it was everything. So Joe Carter had his car taken from the parking lot, driven onto the stadium turf at the beginning of the game, and had the PA announcer pretend that a lucky seat had won that car, like a fan appreciation raffle. And they showed Derek Bell like this. As his car is parked on the field. They're giving it away. And so they got him. And by the way, they went on to win the World Series like a couple of weeks after that, but it's so good. Like
Elise,
that's an elite prank.
Elise in the chat says a bucket from the restroom. That first prank.
I thought that too, Paulie, and it made me that can't be.
Yeah,
I don't think it's that.
I've seen them do it with like
Mustard,
ketchup. Mustard.
I was thinking like shaving cream.
Shaving cream from the restroom, maybe.
Yeah, like you walk into the like players' locker room at Fantasy Camp Woodsy, you go into their bathroom, they have like products and stuff all along all of the rail. Like,
that's probably what
it's
it is.
Shaving cream, it's toothpaste,
and balms,
and I
all
think
kinds of. They have that like that old school like face ball. What do you call it? Like aftershave, but it's like the old school that you see like in barbershops. They've got
Home Alone.
It does. Stings the nostrils. There's no way it was toilet water.
I can't imagine. No, they wouldn't want that either. I mean, the prankster also gets somewhat victimized if you're that close to it. So
that's true.
And
who
then,
is Chuck McElroy and what did he do? Like, holy cow, is he okay? Like,
so at Billy Ray's Celebration of Life on Saturday, Dan Fouts told about the story of Billy Ray's rookie pranking. And this is the classic one, obviously, for NFL players, but training camp and Billy Ray's the, top draft pick, 5th overall selection. And a few days in, Dan says, I pull up in my Mercedes convertible and I see him and I go, Rook, want to come to dinner with some of us vets? And of course, Billy Ray says, oh yeah, Dan Fouts wants to take us to dinner. And so off they go to local steakhouse where the vets, of course, order it up.
Sure.
The lobster, the steaks, the expensive wine.
How do people not?
Don't I know?
And then near the end of dinner, as Billy Ray goes to use the restroom, they all bolt and leave him.
No
with,
pun intended.
The check, which is obviously insanely high. But what I didn't realize, and I didn't even remember. But Dan said, of course, this is the 1980s. Not only are you left without, anyone to pay for the meal, but your ride is gone. You've got no phone. You got to find a quarter to get a payphone. There's no Uber. There's no Lyft. You are completely stuck at this restaurant alone.
Broke now.
Having to pay for this meal. And
so they actually made him pay.
No, they actually did make him pay. But then in classic BR fashion, when it was his turn to pass it along to Junior Seau, when Junior was a rookie, Billy Ray, they did it, but he warned Junior. He said he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. He was too nice and said, I do need to warn you, Junior. They're going to stick you with a bill at the end of Junior.
Think he knew. Yeah. It's been so publicized, all of these pranks. How does anyone fall for this anymore?
Right.
Any rookie is like, you guys want to go out to dinner tonight? He's like, no, I'm good. No, I'm going to take it to the house. No, you need to come. No, I'm not coming. I know what you guys are going to do. I know exactly what you're going to do.
I've just been having PTSD to January of this year.
Sure.
When our fantasy camp, it was fantasy camp. Usually the second night is take your coach out to dinner where you're paying for your meal and then you're going to be chipping in towards making sure all of the coaches on your team don't have to pay. And we go to this steakhouse and Jake Peavy and Andy Ashby start ordering a bunch of food. And we're like, oh,
Seafood Towers.
Starting to do no. We're starting to do the math already. And then Trevor Hoffman shows up, I don't know, an hour into dinner. We still hadn't even ordered drinks yet, except Ashby's already ordering. Like, we're going to take 3 of those. We'll take 2 more of those. Hoffy walks in and goes, how much are those Seafood Towers? Yeah, we'll take 3 of those. We can put one on each table.
Oh, my God.
And we're all doing the math in our head, and we're going, this is going to be like $800 a person.
Just want to die.
My wife's going to kill me.
Sorry, babe. Yes, I did spend $1,000 on dinner.
I knew I'd be paying a little extra, but not $800, $900. And then at the end, Ashby and Peavy and Hoffy split the bill. The 3 of them took care of all of us. But for like a good 2 hours, I was on the other end of the table from the coaches.
Psychological torture.
Yeah, than actual physical torture.
There were guys texting their wives or like moving money around.
Yes, can you extend my line of credit by $500?
Just for tonight.
So good, man. So
all
good.
right, let's take a quick timeout. When we come back, don't do this. Sign stealing back in the baseball conversation universe.
Yes, and is Pat Murphy a hardo or not?
We'll discuss coming up next with Ben and Woods after a check traffic on 97.3 The Fan. First, though, I'll tell you about SDFatLoss.com. It's the way I lost 40 pounds in 60 days, and you can lose weight fast as well, up to a pound of fat per day and 10 to 20% of your body weight in just 2 months. And as I've been telling you, it's all based on real foods, normal stuff from the grocery store. I ate a lot of chicken, some steak. I like some ahi tuna for my meals when I have them, a couple of them a day. They'll explain it all when you get your free consultation at sdfatloss.com. But it's about, eating right and then changing your metabolism, jump starting it so you lose the weight fast, but then you're able to keep the weight off after the 2 months are done. They call it the maintenance phase. And I got on the scale this morning, still down the 40 pounds over 3 years later. And I have sdfatloss.com to thank for it. Have not had to use the GLP-1 injections. Didn't go down that road with the side effects and the muscle loss that comes with it and how hard it is to keep the weight off if you ever get off those injections. Nope, this is legitimate weight loss, fast and lasting with sdfatloss.com with no exercise necessary, nothing extra to buy either. No shakes, no bars. It's just you, the program, some great coaching, some great counselors. Check it out today. Go to sdfatloss.com. Take $200 off right now during their summer special at sdfatloss.com. Results may vary.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Ben and Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. I'll start us out on Don't Do This today. Fallout from what happened on Monday night in Arizona between the Cubs and the Diamondbacks, where third base coach Quentin Berry, Aztec for life, I believe, Quentin Berry. Isn't he from San Diego State?
He's from San Diego. I know that.
Is he? Did he go to San Diego State? Look that up for me. Was, in fact, relaying some pitches of
Grossmont, San Diego State. Yeah.
Merrill Kelly to his own batters, which caused the Arizona Diamondbacks to get really chippy.
So mad.
Because they were under the mistaken impression, that was against the rules.
How?
Well, they made a big deal this offseason about moving the coaches back into the coaches' boxes so they couldn't get like the angle to pick up signs and steal those things, because that was a focus of the offseason. But as it turns out, well, let's first start.
He was in the box.
Let's first start with Merrill Kelly's reaction. He was the pitcher on the mound, and here's what he had to say after that game on Monday.
What was happening with the third base coach?
We just thought he was relaying signs. We thought he had something on my changeup. We thought he was giving, especially the lefties. Every time I was throwing a changeup, we felt like he was relaying that.
Is that something that you've experienced before?
I mean, that's stealing signs is as old as baseball. I think it's a little when it comes from a coach. I think, if it's a guy on second base and they see the grip in your glove, or if the hitters can see something that you're doing with your glove, I think that's fair game. I think guys have been doing that since the beginning of baseball. I think it's a little bush league when it comes from outside that. I think inside the lines is one thing. I think the guys that are standing outside the lines, I think it's a little bush league. That being said, I got to take a look at what I'm doing, because clearly he had something. And obviously if he has it, then other people will probably pick up on it as well.
So a shouting match, kind of ensued. And I think there's not much worse you can call another guy in Major League Baseball than Bush League. That's a real insult. But as it turns out, Torey Lovello called Major League Baseball and was informed the next day, no, that's perfectly legal what Quentin Berry, as long as he stays in the box. If he's picking up your grips from there, he is well within his rights to then translate that information, transmit it to his batter to see if they can get an edge. So to Torey Lovello's credit, he called Craig Counsell and apologized for his team's overreaction,
because it was
to the situation of what happened in Arizona on Monday night.
It was an overreaction, to be sure. And again, QB in the box, like that's only on Merrill Kelly at that point. Only on Merrill Kelly.
Now, if you step outside the box, you try to get a view of it. That's against the rules.
That's against the rules.
And they did crack down on that. Yep. But if you are still in the box and you can pick up on it, you're
fair game.
Within your rights to do whatever you want.
Just the subtle hand drop to the lefty hitter, sees him drop his hand, change up. They hit him well. But yeah, I mean, of course, the Diamondbacks go walk it off last night. This was 2 nights ago. But yeah, I saw a video of Quentin Berry and Jeff Bannister before the game. Both had their fungos in their hands, and they're standing out at first base, chopping it up because they had been lighting each other up. It was great. I like when baseball gets a little chippy like that, but I thought the Diamondbacks came off looking a little odd. I originally thought that Pat Murphy came off looking a little odd last night when he benched rookie shortstop Cooper Pratt. Cooper's up to the plate against the Mets, hits a ball. He's not sure where it is. He didn't square it up, just kind of flared it.
It goes all the time.
It goes a million miles in the air. He then picks it up, starts running, not loafing in my opinion, but he's running down the line, and he rounds first. It drops into the Bermuda Triangle. The outfielders kind of fumble around with a little bit and then pick it up, throw it second. Cooper's still standing on first. 5 seconds later, Pat Murphy, pinch runner in the 5th, sends David Hamilton out to run for him. Cooper Pratt looks like, what is going on? He pulled him, and he pulled him for not running hard out of the box, even though he didn't know where the ball was. He had no idea where he hit it. So here's what Pat Murphy had to say after the game.
We asked him to get a bunt down, and he pulled back on a strike. And that happens maybe with one strike. That's trying to get guys second and third for Churio in a game where we weren't swinging it too good to that point. So we get first and second. We ask him to bunt, and he got it. The first one was a good attempt. The second one, he pulled back, strike right down the middle. Later, he popped the ball. The next at bat, he popped the ball up to right field and didn't run. And the ball landed and stopped. Now, he would have easily got to second base. What could have happened after that, I'm not sure, but you can't have a guy not understanding that. And I felt like after the first at bat, when he didn't, attempted a bunt with a ball right down the middle, and second at bat, the ball would pop up that landed fair, and he wasn't at second base. It's time to let him know that, and it's not laziness. I know who this kid is. He's a great kid. It's not laziness. You got to have your head in the game, because these games like today, it comes down to Lindor's great catch, or whatever it might be, an errant throw or whatever. So you've got to be in. You've got to be locked in if you're going to play at this level.
I just don't know, man. So he didn't miss a sign on the bunt. He just
pulled back.
He tried on the first one, and then the second one, maybe he misread and he pulled back, thought it was going to be a ball. That happens.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean your head's not in the game necessarily.
I don't necessarily mind.
And then watching the video of the pop-up.
Yeah, he would not have made it to second.
I don't think
wildly
he would have made it to
confident
second.
that he was going to be given second base.
He hesitated for a second when he didn't know where it was going.
Yeah,
as you see, 80% of players do. What exactly is Pat Murphy trying to accomplish here?
Teaching him a lesson.
A lesson of what?
A lesson of I think the bunt is what really pissed him off.
It sounded like
I
it.
think that was the one.
But
And
he
then
didn't miss a sign. He knew he was supposed to bunt.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
squared around.
Pulled it back.
And he pulled it back. It's
but
like
Pat's like, you pulled it back on a strike down the middle. What are you
It's
doing?
an error in judgment, but man, the guy's so hard out there.
Gotta
You
be
don't bunt a
locked in.
lot. I mean, that is some serious. I mean, maybe like a JV high school coach kind of move.
It's crazy.
But
I mean, he's a rookie. The rookies may get that treatment from Pat Murphy, but here is what rookie Cooper Pratt had to say after the game.
Cooper, what message do you take from that moment tonight?
I got to be better. Stuff that can't happen. It's not winning baseball. Didn't help the team win. And it won't happen again. That's for sure.
Fantastic.
From the not getting the bunt downs and not running hard to first and turning it into a double. It won't happen again. I can promise you that. It's not winning baseball.
Now, my reaction probably wouldn't have gone down as well. I know Pat Murphy, my manager, has been around a long time. I think he's completely in the wrong here and owes me an apology for pulling me out of the game.
Yeah, you'd be cut.
Yeah,
I would have cut you.
That would have been your last day.
I think he'd be 100% right if he had said that. I think Pat Murphy was in the wrong there.
I don't think so.
Then you're showing up your manager.
I know.
Showing up your manager.
Can't a manager be wrong too?
Yes.
I think Pat Murphy owes Cooper Pratt an apology.
Maybe he did.
He
might have.
embarrassed him.
We
on
don't
the
know
field.
that he didn't say, Coop, want to come into my office? Let's have a chat. We don't know that.
No, I think you teach a rookie a little bit of a lesson there. I bet you Booney would tell you the same thing. I bet you B-Law would tell you the same thing. I mean, sometimes you got to send a message. Now, guys give 10-year vet. I had yesterday, our GM, we were talking, and he said, why didn't someone tell Merrill to take the other night? And I go, Peter, you'd be surprised how little instruction that managers give in the middle of a game. Like, hey, make sure what they'll say is, hey, make sure you get yours, right? But they're not going to say, I want you to take first pitch. No, he doesn't want Jackson Merrill going up there thinking about taking a pitch. It may be the best pitch he sees. So they don't do a lot of steal signs and take signs and things like that. They don't. They let these guys play baseball because why? They are professionals, and they let them play. They want them playing free and easy. There are times when they'll put a bunt on or a hit and run or a suicide squeeze or whatever. Yes, of course, that happens. They do manage those. But in a take sign, here, like, no, he wants his hitters going up there. They're mind free to do as they feel they need to do. Jackson should know this guy hasn't thrown a strike. I'm going to wait him out. He didn't. He went up there and hacked a couple nights ago, and that's on Jackson.
And I get it. But even a good bunter is not going to get it down 100% of the time. You're going to square around, and that fastball rose a little more than you thought it was going to rise, and you end up getting under it.
But you don't need to apologize for that. He needs to get that bunt down. That's Murphy's whole thing. Is
but a manager knows that not
down.
Every bunt is going to be executed perfectly over the course of a season.
I didn't mind it. I thought it was when I thought it was for the running down to first, I was like, that's a little bit of a hardo move because I actually thought he ran once he located the ball. It got to have felt like a foul ball to him. It had to have because it looked like one.
Of course, we see it all the time.
So I thought he ran fine.
Yeah,
I think again, it's a message. I mean, they're 81 and 51. They're doing something right. And Cooper Pratt's a young player. Like he said, you heard his he's like, that's not going to happen again. He's lit a fire under that kid. I think it's a great move. I think it's a pretty brilliant managerial move.
All right, we got Bret Boone coming up, so I'm going to skip do this for now, and we'll move on.
Let's keep the positivity to a minimum here on
next here on 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
First, though, 7 Mile Casino, our place to play cards. It is so easy to get to. Right down the 5 freeway in Chula Vista. You just get off at E Street if you're heading south, and you're already on Bay Boulevard. It's that road that runs right along the 5. Go through the signal, and then right there on your left, you'll see it. You'll pull in, you'll find a parking spot, you'll walk right in, and in front of you, Woods, what are you going to see?
A California-style blackjack table. You're going to see a Texas Hold'em room. You're going to see Pai Gow and Baccarat, and you will see a really nice bar area, restaurant. Got a few booths there. Beautiful patio area out there by the bay. So it's a fun day, fun night, fun morning, whatever you want to do. It's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it's just 7 minutes from downtown.
Love that it's an anytime option for San Diego. They treat their players right. Great dealers, comfortable chairs, no smoking. Check it out today at 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
He just, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
so let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's going to hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Feel like I'm wearing it again. Eric Price in our chat says, Ben is soft.
Yeah, you'd be a soft manager.
For my reaction to the Cooper Pratt.
I think you'd be a
benching.
soft manager.
I would be.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I told Woods during the break, if I made a mistake, and I do all the time, flubs, going over our clock a little bit. I did it in this last segment, making Booney wait. I apologize to Bret Boone, who's standing by on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not Big Bang Banking, it's better. And Adam came and just yanked me in the middle of the show.
I would love it.
I'd be a wreck.
The next day,
I'd be
right?
a wreck for like weeks if I even came back at all.
Was Booney on the line?
Yes, yes.
Booney, you ever get pulled from a game by a manager to teach you a lesson?
No.
Never. Not, because his name's Bret Boone.
No, that's not necessarily true.
Have you seen it happen?
You never made a mistake in a game? You never had a brain cramp?
Absolutely. But never from an effort perspective. And that's what usually gets scolded.
Yeah.
Is did you run it out? Did you not? We all make mistakes, and the physical mistakes you got to deal with, as long as the intent is there. Now, one time I had, and this was the worst. I was in Texas. I was just a salty veteran. I think it was Paul Molitor who was. I had so much respect for him. To this day, I love him. He was my hitting coach in Seattle. And this is, I'm 12, 13 years into my big league career. And I was in Texas, and I hit a ground ball, a one-hop bullet, right back to the pitcher.
Yep.
And the pitcher was already sprinting to first base for that underhand lob to end the inning. And I was out by 30 feet. I peeled off halfway.
Yeah.
Because it was out.
Yes.
And I went back to the dugout, and Paul Molitor, of all people who has never said a negative word to me in his life, pulled me aside and said, Booney, we always touch the bag. And he kind of gave it to me like my dad was scolding me for getting a C- on my algebra test. And coming from Paul at that stage of my career, I was devastated. And I'm like, Paulie's disappointed in me right now. And so little instances like that through my career, definitely learning moments. But no, I never got yanked from a game mid-game. I've seen it happen.
For effort. Like in this case last night, Pat Murphy pulled rookie Cooper Pratt, and it basically went back to, he said, yeah, man, I needed him to get a bunt down, and he attempted and then pulled back on his ball down the middle. He's not locked in, and the next at bat couldn't find the ball, didn't run super hard out of the bag, wasn't going 100%. So he pulled him in the fifth inning, and Cooper Pratt was like, can't happen. That's not winning baseball. I thought it was it was well managed. Ben said that Pat Murphy owes him an apology. I don't think he does.
I mean, we see it a million times this season where a guy pops one up. It looks like it's probably foul, sees it, realizes, and then he ran.
Then he runs,
And then he ran. I mean, it wasn't like he, forgot what he was supposed to do.
It was a lesson, I think. I think it was just a lesson.
But I think you create that culture in the individual organization. If that's not the culture and that's not protocol, then you can't do that. But if you come in and you have as a manager, if you have that it factor where, hey, we know around here if this play is expected, and if not, obviously there's a pecking order. Obviously there's a you're going to get the benefit of the doubt. The more success you have, the longer you're in the league than if you're a rookie. But if the expectations are set to a certain standard and anyone is game, yes, it's going to take the rookie's going to be a quicker hook.
Oh yeah.
Than the veteran all-star.
Oh yeah.
But I kind of like if Pat Murphy sets that bar and it's adhered to and it's known amongst those players, I think it's a great atmosphere to have. I always think when guys get to the big leagues, it's like, I'm going to treat these guys as men. They're not college players anymore. College level in the high school, that's for discipline. That's for life lessons outside of sport. But when you get to the big leagues, this is a job. This is big time business. It's all about wins and losses. If you don't do your job, you're going to get fired anyway. So in the meantime, before you get fired, I am going to treat you like a man. But if your play and your effort level doesn't reflect the standards of what I expect as a skipper, I love stuff like that. And I think we've gotten away from it in this day and age because it's a different time. It's definitely a different time. A lot of positive things about this time. And there's some things that I wish, I wish they would keep this kind of throwback mentality in there.
Yeah, 100%. There's got to be a little mix of both. Now, this is a weird one, man. Ketel Marte, the situation going on, Booney in Arizona. So I was listening to Bernsey and Will Clark's, their podcast, and Will Clark, for all their back in the day, this would never happen. It did. It happened back in the day to him twice.
Sure it did.
Where a guy no-called, no-showed for a big league game. Did that ever happen to you? I've been waiting all week to ask you.
I don't think it ever happened to me. I've heard stories of it with other teams. Now, because I've been in so many different scenarios, when it first broke, and obviously the Twitter world goes crazy and everybody's got their opinions. I always like for there to be a backstory. It's like when somebody gets drilled out of nowhere and he gets hit in the shoulder blades. Right. What was that for? I said, you guys don't know. I said, we've got to figure out. There might be something that happened 2 spring trainings ago on a backfield, and that was an eye for an eye right there.
Love it.
So for me to jump in as an expert right away, I think that wouldn't be prudent of me. So same thing with the cartel. I don't know anything about that organization. I'm not in that locker room with the other 25 guys. I don't know what's going on with Cartel Marte. There might be something that's not for public consumption behind the scenes that's going on. Well, the longer this, the farther we get away from the incident, I'm starting to figure out there is no rhyme or reason. This was something, and Marte has had that kind of reputation. Last year, they were trying to move him because they don't like some things about his character. Then all of a sudden, this pops up, and the farther you get away from it, there's really no excuse for what happened. I couldn't imagine. I'm going to give my teammate the benefit of the doubt. If a teammate doesn't show up, doesn't call, obviously we're going to all be feverishly as players trying to get a hold of the said player that hasn't shown up. If that doesn't happen, we're going to have concern. Something happened. There's no way he would ever do this.
Right.
But at the bottom line is, if you really don't have a legit reason for showing up to a big league game in a pennant race, I don't know how I would walk back into that clubhouse. I mean, hat in hand, tail between my legs, apologize till the cows come home. But right there, I lost a huge credibility point with my teammates if that's the scenario. We've all got problems. We've all got issues. We've all got families. We've all got things. My answer would be this: stock as a hitter or as a player. If my teammate didn't show up, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt till the end. But I'll tell you what, something major better have happened, and I hope it didn't in a negative way.
Right.
Better have happened for him not to show up for the game. Especially Lovello had him in the lineup. Imagine being the skipper. You got him in the lineup. Your guy's not showing. The press is like, "Hey, where's Marte? Oh, he'll be here. Don't worry about it."
Yeah.
And then egg on your face. What kind of program you running here, where your players don't show up?
Well, obviously, Boone, you didn't have the technology back in your day when you were a player, but like nowadays, it's Catel's teammates. They can see the video going viral of him at the casino that night, and they're going, "What is happening?"
That is unbelievable. And I was asked this question the other day. What do you do if you're the skipper? Well, once again, we're in a different day and age. Back in the day, it's a no-brainer. You're out, you're suspended. Now, the fact that he's their best player comes in the role. He's their best player. They're in a pennant race. All these things matter. If I'm a modern day skipper, I wouldn't just roll. I wouldn't just say, here's what's happening. I would talk to my coaching staff. I would have a meeting with the players, especially there's a pecking order. I'm going to go veteran to rookie, but I want to get a collective thought process. What's going on in their clubhouse? What's going on in the players' minds? And if they feel that him coming back into that clubhouse, into that atmosphere is going to be a detriment and they can't really get over it, well, you got to do what you got to do. But that's not going to be a decision I make. You never know what those players are feeling. If those players are, no, you let him back in, we need him to win, well, then we need him to win. So I don't think it's as clear cut as it used to be at the old school way, which was, oh, you're done. I mean, I couldn't imagine. You talk about coming into a Bobby Cox or a Bruce Bochy, who's a sweetheart of a man when I played for him, to a Lou Piniella. If you didn't show up for a game with zero explanation, send a note, send a courier pigeon. Something. You got to get something to somebody to tell them that you're not laying in a ditch somewhere. That's what everybody's thinking right away. If you don't show up, but is something happened?
And you're right. Of course, communication is important. But Woods, you're a champion of mental health. I think we all understand, and Torey Lovello understands. Ketel Marte has some mental health issues, whatever they are. It's personal, it's private, but he's dealing with stuff. We've seen it in past seasons as well. Dealing with stuff. Now, in your day, Booney, you don't bring any of that to the ballpark. Nowadays, I think we're better for it, that we have a little more empathy and understand that it's not something that people can always have complete control of, and we got to be a little more understanding. Is that a bad thing, like that we can get over this?
No, it's not a bad thing. That's why still we can sit here and talk about this all day long. But I always say this, we're not living with these guys. We're not in the clubhouse. We don't know the nuances. We don't know all the little details. You ever get there and you talk to your buddy, hey, how could he do this? Well, let me give you the backstory to go, oh, okay, now I understand a little bit. The only people that understand are the people in that room, the guys that live with him, that travel with him for 7 months a year are pretty much family members. So those players down there might have a different perspective than we do because we don't know everything. And maybe it's so private that they can't share that with us. I found that clubhouse is a sacred place. And the day you stop, the day you retire and walk out of that clubhouse, you're no longer a part of that club. No matter how successful you were in a city or how big you were in that clubhouse, as soon as you retire, you're not one of them anymore. And you're not privy to the inside information. So yes, Ben, I definitely agree with you that you have to have a little compassion. And the only guys that know what happened are the guys down there. And that's why they need to make that decision collectively on what the consequence is going forward. Because it could be, like you said, it could be something much deeper than any of us know, but it could just be a guy pissed off about something and saying, screw them, I'm not showing up. If that's the case, well, then you're done.
That happens. Yeah, 100%.
Booney, we're going to save all our Padres talk for tomorrow because, as I understand, you're coming in for our roundtable.
They don't pay me enough for that.
Yeah. There's no commercials. It's an hour. Bring your A game.
And your appetite.
We're also going to be asking you, because we were talking about it earlier, rookie pranks that you have observed. So think that one over, and we'll have that for you tomorrow, along with some great wings from Epic Wings, and breadsticks are amazing.
I don't like that
bring
smile
your
on his
appetite.
face right now. Yeah. He knows he's got a few stories.
You got it, guys. All right. Thank you.
Talk to you later. Booney, he's going to be with us tomorrow for our Epic Wings Epic Padres Roundtable. That'll be at 9 a.m. Looking forward to it already. And that brings us to the end of our second hour of Ben and Woods. We will come back, though, and we'll have Take on Woods We may still have Jeff Passan joining us. No
maybe.
updates yet for sure, but he has said he was willing to come on, so we'll let you know if he locks in a time. And it's all coming up with more Bennett Woods. Second half on the way on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
All right, we're halfway home on a non-victory Wednesday. Tough couple of games for our beloved San Diego Padres. Hopefully they can salvage one today against Bubba Chandler. Game's at, 1:10 today. Little day game action. Take it to them. Salvage the series. Off day. Rest the bullpen. Wake the bats up, and then you got to go play Tampa Bay. It's going to be an interesting one to be sure. We will have the skipper on Friday. So hopefully they salvage one today, because that could be pretty gnarly if they don't. I'm Woodsy. Paul Reindl's our executive producer. Ben Higgins is our friendly neighborhood sports anchor.
I think I'm going to go down to the game, at least for a while.
Are you?
Today. Yeah. A little
good
day
idea.
Coverage while I work for Channel 10.
I'm in that weird spot at 110 where I get to watch an hour of it. Then I go to pick up and listen to a lot of it, then come back and finish it on TV, which is really a good way to do it. I was just talking to Hannah last night. I've been to a game in forever. I just haven't had the time to get down there. Everything's so busy. Both kids are playing multiple sports. We have a flag football game on Friday for Bo, who starts. He's 8. Kickoff is at 8:30 p.m. on a Friday night, which might as well be midnight for me.
There's some families who it's borderline, but
nothing.
for you, it's
midnight.
So far across the border of what you do for your nightly routine.
I will say on a Friday night at 8:30, I am firmly planted in my bed. Sometimes the kids are with us watching a movie or a game, but most of the time at 8:30 on a Friday night, we've put them to bed, and Hannah's asleep, and I'm scrolling my phone watching Tires on Netflix or something. That's a Friday night at 8:30 for me now. I told Bo, they're excited. He's elated. He's so happy he gets to play at 8:30. Now, it's going to be nice and cool. It's not going to be blazing hot like it would at 4 when he normally would play a game, or 4:30. But that's late. That's late for kids. And really, it's late for Dad and Mom. Hannah's going to be – I don't know if Hannah's going to make it. I don't think she stayed up till 8:30 since I met her. So I don't know how she's going to actually pull this off. But, I have a root canal Friday and then that. So really looking forward to the weekend.
Part of the dilemma for a limited field space and access, that you got to squeeze as many games as possible, even at odd hours.
There's so many kids that play flag football in this city. So it's like the hottest, fastest growing thing, and they just jam 6 games in, play an hour, another 6, and then another 6, and then another, and it just goes and goes.
So you're going to be exhausted.
I'll be exhausted.
Have a root canal.
Yeah, root canal Friday.
And you have something wrong with your neck. You keep you've got a crick in your neck or something.
It's been going on for a couple of months.
Okay.
And I would like to say it's because of the exertion that I'm giving in the gym every day. Well, yeah, man, my squat's gotten heavier and my neck hurts. And no,
tension. I carry a lot of stress in my shoulders and my neck.
But this is neck, and I've diagnosed it. I'm not a doctor, as you know, but I have diagnosed the problem, and I've realized that it's even more embarrassing than just having a sore neck. It's from baseball cards.
Baseball cards.
Correct.
You have so many of them. They're so heavy. They're weighing you down.
No. I sit in my desk chair like this, and I flip cards, and I flip binders, and I lean up, and I'm pulling cards, and I go through cards. My neck is trained down like this most of the day.
You're scrutinizing each card for flaws.
Yeah, whatever it is that I'm doing with them, but I'm
always
looking down. I have the card. I'm scanning it with my phone to try to sell it on eBay or something.
Do you not look down when you're on your phone?
When I'm scanning
when you're
cards.
On your phone?
Every day?
Scrolling. Is your do you hold your phone out in front of you like this so you're straight ahead? Or
no, the times I'm scrolling on my phone, I'm usually on my back.
Okay.
Or on my knees. But that's the time I usually look. But I have it's what I've called baseball card neck. From just sitting at that desk for hours at a time. Binder, scanning cards, whatever it may be, I've got it.
In the medical community, they often name new diseases and syndromes after the first person who has it. So
right.
Is it possible that Wood's syndrome is going to be named after you? The obsessive flipping through of baseball cards that leads to neck pain and possible other side effects.
Oh, it really hurts. And then you lay in bed at night and you can't. Maddie says virginitis. it hurts. And I'm still going to the gym. I'm still lifting and stuff, and I'm trying to be really careful with it. But man, it hurts. Like, it hurts bad. I put CBD cream on it and stuff. It doesn't do a damn thing. I've got my gun on it every night. Like, it's just, what do I do?
Chiropractor, perhaps?
No,
it's have that conversation. I just got this neck thing. I think I've looked at too many baseball cards.
Do you not get it? Do you have a stand-up desk?
I have, my desk elevates, so even if I'm sitting, like, I can elevate the desk a little bit so it's kind of more straight on rather than looking down.
My chair sucks too, so I'm like constantly like lean back, and my neck is just trained down for, I'll be in that desk, Ben, for 2-3 hours at a time.
Future gift idea: an ergonomic baseball card chair, so you can you can look at your cards in a healthier way.
Well, you know how like all the video gamers, they came out with like gaming chairs years ago. There's more comfortable, and they had like controls on them. So I don't know.
They're terrible, by the way.
Are they?
They've got speakers built into the headrests, and
the rule is like, if you want a gaming chair, do not buy anything that says gaming chair. Grab another type of chair, but just have a regular office chair.
Yeah, somebody said you need a sloped desk like the architects use. Can you imagine? I bring in a sloped desk at home for my baseball cards.
I picture Hannah like sitting on the couch, maybe flipping through a magazine or something, maybe on her phone, and she just looks over and you're just dragging in.
That is probably why they have it, though. So they're not hunched over, writing
exactly
their blueprints all day long. Yep. It's a nice sloped desk.
A drafting.
What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
You're just.
What are you drawing up some blueprints for a new hospital in town? What are you doing? Adding a wing to the house. It sucks, dude. Yeah, it's brutal. But like, it hurts. Advil doesn't help. Aleve doesn't help. This is how people develop bad habits, because I'm sitting here going, I'll do anything to get rid of this neck pain, and it won't end. And then I don't sleep well on it, and it's just a vicious circle. So it's brutal. Baseball card neck is a new one for me, and I realized that's the position that I'm in most days, messing with them, trying to, at this point, the collection has gotten a little bit, I'll be honest, collection's a little bit out of control, and I need to unload.
Don't say.
It's like the room that I'm in, I share with my wife. It's our shared office. My part is bursting at the seams. It's bursting. I have no more room for anything. I need to unload some things. I need to stop acquiring and unload. And it's really gone off the deep end here.
Or really you can design a new baseball card room.
That's also a great idea
on your new drafting table.
It's a great idea.
You used to look at baseball cards.
Yeah, but I got some cards up if you want them. Woodsy SD22.
Drafting table.
I'll make you a deal.
Perfect.
Let's see.
Just have to make sure they don't all slide down.
Yeah, the cards slide down, Paulie. That's not going to work for me.
You gotta just level it out a little.
And then I spend my day bending down and getting my cards. This is bad, man. It's bad. I'm embarrassed. It's an embarrassing thing. It's not cool. I get it.
The worst part is you chose to tell that story to the radio audience.
Well, Ben's like, dude, you are, because I'm like this the whole show now, like, groaning and trying to put the lacrosse ball on it, and I just can't get it, man. So I'm going to go see my guy up in Oceanside. He'll be able to fix me. My dude, Chris Donlin. He's incredible. What's the name of his place? Body.
Something.
Come on. I got to find it. He's incredible. I got to give him a shout out.
Find it, let me tell Kayla's in our chat. She wants to know.
Resolve Sports
Therapy.
If she sees me at the Petco Park today at the game, you can definitely say hi and give me a hug.
Oh, she's going to the game?
Yeah. Kayla says, can I say hi?
It's wild that you will let an attractive woman give you a hug. You give permission for an attractive woman to give you a hug at a game.
Speaking of attractive women,
just gloss right over it.
You retweeted a couple of things. We talked about Dolly Parton earlier in the show, and you retweeted a couple of things, including this tweet, dirty joke.
I heard this joke when I was in second grade also.
So it says, did you know Dolly Parton got new shoes? No? Neither did she.
One of the first jokes that every kid in school told when I was a kid.
First dirty joke, it says, I ever heard when I was in second grade, and I never forgot it. And it brought back to mind, when I was a kid, I knew almost nothing about Dolly Parton, except for one thing that all kids knew. Two things, yeah. That all kids knew.
It was so widely celebrated.
Late night comedy. It was the punchline of all the punchlines.
Did you see Johnny Carson? So he had her. He's got Dolly sitting there, and she goes, "Everybody always asks me if they're real, and of course they're mine." And he goes, "I would never. I have standards. I would never." He goes, "I would give a year's salary to peek under there, though." And the whole place erupts, and she erupts and goes, starts dying laughing. And I thought, you can't make that joke now. You can't make that joke now. But she got it. She got it, and she was.
And I think there are people who would rail and go, "What was the harm to it? Everyone had fun with it. Why can't you?" But what makes me sad is that for a good 20, 30 years of my life, I didn't know what an absolute angel Dolly Parton was.
You just reduced her to her breast.
All I knew her of was as a punchline for late night comedian jokes.
That doesn't surprise me, knowing your character.
It's the only thing I was exposed to. I was not exposed to any other facts about Dolly Parton other than that.
So, I grew up on
a song like 9 to 5.
I grew up
beautiful,
on
gorgeous cans.
Good God. See? This isn't a surprise to anyone.
No, where you been?
But you're a gooner. That's what somebody said.
Scheming on the first chick with the hugest boobs.
Ben. 2-track mind. I grew up on her music. I'm from Texas. So Dolly Parton was you heard a lot of Dolly Parton growing up. And just a huge part of all of our childhood.
Country music here was not that big of a thing when I was growing up, for sure.
I love the booby.
It's gotten obviously enormous, everywhere in especially the last 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
But it was more of a Texas Southern phenomenon when we were kids. So I did not have that growing up. I really only knew Dolly Parton as, she's the one they always joke about having a big chest. But that's sad, right?
It is.
It's really sad.
Because she was uber talented.
Right.
Beyond talented.
Unbelievable
and kind
voice.
and sweet and everything.
Like a literal walking
an
angel.
angel on earth. Yes.
Yes.
And the Southern disposition and accent with her, it just always worked. And she was, again, one of the biggest stars in the world. Remember, her and Kenny, Islands in the Stream was the biggest song of all time when it came out. It was so good. Yeah, she'll be missed for sure.
M. Sanchez says, Ben loves driving past the San Onofre power plant. Yeah, every
time.
kid would joke. And
Dolly
it's
Parton.
the Dolly Parton Memorial.
Yeah.
Everyone just made jokes.
Yeah, it was incredible.
And it's horrible now that you think about it.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Terrible.
But you wouldn't mind if people did that about your. Well, you are also.
We kind of do.
We kind of do. Is it the worst reputation to have? Old Thunderhog. Is that the worst thing to ever oh no, not me. Please don't talk about my giant hog, please.
Yeah, but like Dolly, I'd like to think I have better qualities that you could not really.
Your calves are better. But see, you have two body parts that should be celebrated. Celebrated because they're great.
Your calves should be
in the Hall of Fame.
What about my
late night
kind disposition?
You're not that kind. That's what I've realized about you. Everybody thinks you are. You're actually not that kind.
There's Dolly Parton.
Right.
Who donated time and money and resources her whole life.
Rank me, Ben, and Dolly Parton in kindness.
Everything
rank us in kindness.
It's Dolly Parton, it's Stephen Woods,
and then Ben Higgins.
50 feet of crap,
and then Ben Higgins.
And then Ben Higgins, who said, "Well, I promoted her charity."
He also said, "I don't have a sister, so I don't know how kind you think you are, but I don't find you all that kind."
All right, we're taking a break because I don't want to wear it anymore. We'll come back. We'll play a little Take on Woods. Someone please beat him today. 833-288-0973. Did lose yesterday. Qualify for the VIP passes for Leonard Skinner. We got music and TV left this week, so you get one of those two choices. Play our game when we come back. Again, 833-288-0973. More Ben and Woods coming up on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, San Diego, an incredible place to live, but we all know it. It's not getting any cheaper. Housing, healthcare, taxes, groceries, it all adds up. And when people start thinking about retirement, one fear rises to the top. What if the money doesn't last? That's where Trajan Wealth comes in. TRAJAN Wealth.com. Trajan Wealth's fiduciary advisors help people build retirement strategies designed for today's reality, factoring in inflation, market uncertainty, and the real cost of living. right here in San Diego. They take the time to understand your goals and your comfort level because no two retirements look the same. Trajan Wealth has offices in Carlsbad, Liberty Station, and Escondido, and they work with people who want confidence and not constant financial stress. So if this has been on your mind, start with a call. 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1. Or just go online at trajanwealth.com. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Actual client paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at trajanwealth.com.
Hey player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
This hour on 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by GL Pools, the swimming pool experts trusted by thousands of San Diegans for 20 years. Baseball season is in full swing, so is swim season. Make sure your pool is ready. Call now, mention radio for 20% off new service plans in 2026. We'll have Padres tickets to give away a little bit later for the September 8th game against the Washington Nationals. It's Fernando Tatis Jr. City Connect bobblehead game. Certainly hope the Padres are still in playoff position at that point. You get a little nervous now.
Yes.
You had a game with probably no Mason Miller or Adrian Morejon today, and then you have to go face the best team in the American League on the road in that janky dome for 3 days. That's not a recipe for a good week.
Cross country, by the way.
Padres could easily give up some ground here in the next few days. So it's a worrisome now little stretch
if
this week.
If things don't go well today and through the weekend, all of a sudden you're looking back at the last week and a half, as hot as the team was heading into that, you're going, all right, yeah, they swept the Twins, but you also lost that series to the Mets.
Paulie on Sunday was like, immaculate vibes this week. I'm like, this is the greatest. And here we are. But hey, listen, just got to win.
And it's all basically one-run losses, just
Yep.
really tight games that did not go the Padres' way.
It's crazy, man. It eats your insides a little bit when baseball's like this, but
Nope.
it's fun. This is what you want. You want this.
We'll talk more about it coming up. Right now, though, it's time to play today's game. Let's get to Take on Woods.
Woods.
Take on Woods brought to you by Bail Arms, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you. And let's see, I think Sam got in here first. Sam, are you there?
Yep. What's going on, guys?
Hey, how you doing, man? You ready to play a little Take on Woods?
Let's try it out.
All right, let's do it. If you can beat or tie Woods, we'll put you into our grand prize drawing for the VIP passes to Leonard Skinnard coming to the Del Mar Arena. Chance to see the legendary band with VIP passes, including food and drinks, elevated food and drinks, and the Ocean Breeze, the Crowd Surge. This is a nice copy, actually. It's for the September 24th show to Leonard Skinner at Del Mar Arena. You can get your own tickets at cbfproductions.com.
I tried to break it up a little bit.
I know.
You don't need to do that whole.
It was a long one, and you kind of cut some stuff out of it. You go, what do we have left here? Oh, yeah, the Ocean Breeze, the Crowd Surge.
Give them one good long read.
Stunning
and then
sunset.
You just summarize it.
All right, Sam, here's your two choices. We got music, put a ring on it, 5 2-second songs with either diamond in the title or the artist name, or TV, British imports, 5 British television series that became very popular in America. Which of those two would you like to play?
Let's go TV because I wouldn't dare to go again.
Music. All right, we'll save music for Friday. And British imports is the category. Again, 5 British television series became very popular in America. You'll have 60 seconds to answer as many as you can. If you don't know one, say pass. We'll come back to it if there's time left on the clock. First question is our 2-second TV theme song. You'll get that TV theme song and try to identify the show. Sam, you ready to play?
Let's do it.
All right, 60 seconds on the clock, Paulie. The category for television is British imports. Sam, your time begins when Paulie plays our TV theme song. Good luck. Let's take on Woods. Set on a fictional Yorkshire estate in the early 20th century, which historical drama aired for 52 episodes over 6 seasons on PBS.
Pass.
Which show that debuted 10 years ago is based on a one-woman show by Phoebe Waller-Bridge?
Pass.
With every episode shot in one continuous take, which 2025 series centered around a teen boy accused of murdering a female classmate?
Pass.
Which series starring Cillian Murphy centers on a post-World War I crime gang in Birmingham, England?
Turn.
Incorrect. Back to our 2-second TV theme song.
No idea.
Set on a fictional Yorkshire estate in the 20th century, which historical drama aired for... I think you might have been better off with music, unfortunately.
I almost
Sam?
want to let him do the music one.
No points for you. I will wait on all the answers so everyone can play one more time as Woods comes in. All right, the category is television today. British imports. 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins when we play our TV theme song. Good luck, Woods. Let's take on Sam. Set on a fictional Yorkshire estate in the early 20th century, which historical drama aired for 52 episodes over 6 seasons on PBS.
Pass.
Which show
Downton Abbey.
Correct. Which show that debuted 10 years ago is based on a one-woman show by Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Oh, God, so good. Fleabag.
Correct. With every episode shot in one continuous take, which 2025 series centered around a teen boy accused of murdering a female classmate.
What the hell's it called? We watched it. We talked about it. It's phenomenal. What's it called?
One of the best shows I've seen
Shut up. What is it?
Years.
Damn it. Next.
Which series starring Cillian Murphy centers on a post-World War I crime gang in Birmingham, England?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm going to lose my mind.
Quickly.
Shh.
Just two.
Wow.
It's
PB.
Peaky Blinders.
Yes.
And then the other one.
Adolescence. I'm not surprised you didn't get Doctor Who. I know you're not a science fiction fan, but you got two, and that was good enough to win.
You're joking.
Today
Wow.
in a tough game of British imports, although the chat seemed to do quite well.
Did they?
On some of those. You love Fleabag. I know you got that one.
Brilliant.
I thought Downton Abbey was kind of the gimme of
I never saw it.
Of the five. I didn't watch it, but I knew estate, 20th century, what the whole premise was.
I've been squeaking them out, man.
I had no idea
close
what
games this
Peaky
week.
Blinders was. I thought it was like some comedy, the way the name sounded like it. No, not at all.
I need to go back and read. We've talked about this. I watched like 4 episodes and was like, all right, pretty good. And then just never came back. I'm the worst. I fully acknowledge that.
Woods disease. Start a show and then you forget about it and
By
give
the way,
up on it.
Speaking of Woods disease, I got a DM from our pal, my pal Aaron. He does the glove restoration, unearthed gloves. And he goes, oh, there's the thing you have. It's actually, they call it nerd neck. And here it is, how to fix
nerd
neck. And I went, oh my
Stop
God,
being
I've
a
got
nerd.
it. So exercise, supportive pillow, ergonomic workstation, properly sized back bag. What is a backpack or bag? Exercise your neck, improve your posture.
I can do it a lot faster.
Nerd neck.
Sell all your baseball cards.
I'm trying right now. Trying to unload, Ben.
All right, when we come back, we can talk more Padres. We can also talk about the very disappointing way they lost a game in the standings in the wild card race last night as well, with a little MLB Reacharound. All coming up next with Ben and Woods, broadcasting live from our Bill House studios. We know how on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, played at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
Hey, it's so nice. We can say it twice this morning. 7 Mile Casino is San Diego's closest, best card room. You're not going to find an easier place to get to, but you're really not going to find a more upscale, better card room. I haven't found one in Vegas, honestly, that even close to comparing with 7 Mile Casino.
I couldn't agree more. I do like the proximity to downtown. Last game of the homestand today, you can go down right now, grab some breakfast, and then head down to the game if you like. Watch the game there, play California-style blackjack, Texas Hold'em, Pike-Out, Baccarat, smoke-free environment, friendly dealers, all of the above.
Yeah, take care of their high-limit players. In fact, if you're a regular and you're at the table, 35% off all the food at Sammy's at 7 Mile while you're there. Or you can enjoy the weekend brunch this Saturday and Sunday, as voted the best in the South County. Only available from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., but check it out. It's a great menu. It's a great spot out there in the patio overlooking San Diego Bay. So many different reasons to enjoy it. It's 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
He just, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's going to hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee
It's going to in a second.
right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Gotta say, if you're the publicist of an actor, this would be a bad time to pass away because Dolly Parton's going to be in all the headlines.
Yes.
But unfortunately, we lost another notable actor this morning.
Indeed.
Just saw the obit notice. Tim Curry has passed away at the age of 80.
Also 80.
Now, I would never say he was like the main man in a lot of movies, but I remember him in The Hunt for Red October.
Oh,
he
yeah.
was like the toady Russian officer that was was not in on the plot with Sean Connery and the rest of the officers aboard the Red October.
I mean, he
boat.
was the star of Rocky Horror Picture
He
Show.
was.
Man,
Yeah.
he was
Dr.
unbelievable.
Frankenfurter.
Yeah, and he had a stroke back in 2012. He's been in a wheelchair since 2025. He was great. Home Alone 2, which my
right.
kids love. He was the hotel manager.
I remember watching, it was a miniseries on TV. He played Pennywise in It.
Oh, he was brilliant in it.
The clown.
Brilliant.
Yes. That
in
was
it,
a
man.
really scary role.
Very sad.
I think of him for Muppet Treasure Island as a kid.
Okay.
No, he was
Treasure Island.
he was the main guy in Muppet Treasure Island. I'm telling you.
I never saw Clue, the movie.
I didn't either.
I never saw Clue.
It felt like it was one that was always available at Blockbuster.
Always. I was like,
Yeah, there was
can't
like
do
9 copies of Clue
Like,
every
I'm not-
time you went to Blockbuster, and I never pulled the trigger
Like
either.
I'm also not watching the Connect 4 movie or the Monopoly movie. You know what I mean? If there's a movie, I'm like, play it at home. I'm good. I didn't even like the game very much.
Was he Professor Plum or who was
Gotta
he?
be.
I don't
I
even
have
know.
no idea. I have no idea. He was great. Did you guys ever see Loaded Weapon with Emilio Estevez and
It was like a
Danny-
parody
it was
of
a parody,
Lethal Weapon. Yeah.
It was Samuel L. Jackson. It was so good.
Oh.
So yeah, 80 years old, man.
You know how we do it.
You know how we do it.
And I really hope we can see more unity and more peace when already things are so difficult. So, shout out to his family.
Romantic about baseball says he was the butler, in Clue.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Says we need to all get together and watch Clue, apparently.
All
It's hard to be romantic about baseball right now. There's nothing romantic about getting shut out 1-0.
No. And your world beater closer gives up his first home run in a year.
The funny thing is, a 1-0 win is one of my favorite victories in baseball.
So good.
And a 1-0 loss is the most excruciating way to lose a game.
Yeah, the leadoff double stranded in the first. When the first two pitches Skeens threw had Fernando completely flummoxed. It was a 99-mile-an-hour sinker, swung over the top of. Next pitch, an unfair changeup that he swung over the top of, and then Fernando, doing what Fernando does, just hits an absolute rocket. Thought it was going to get out. It didn't.
I did too, just not high enough.
Not high enough.
What was the what was the exit velocity on that one?
He smoked it. He absolutely smoked it.
And then Jake Cronenworth comes up and gets ahead 3-0. And you're thinking, okay, Paul Skeens.
Here we go. He's on the ropes.
He's still trying to figure it out. He's been struggling, had a 5+ ERA in the second half of the season. And you feel like, okay, maybe he just does not have it. But, of course, he figured it out. And actually, his velocity was up, 110.1 for Fernando on that double.
Smoked it.
By the way, 730 expected average. And it was a home run in one park. Not Petco, but would have been a home run in one park. Not sure
say which
probably
one?
Houston is usually where a lot of those ones are if it was high enough to get over the short wall there.
Yeah, tough one, man. Tough one to be sure. The last two games are tough. Got to get it together today. Bubba Chandler's no slouch either.
They did they beat Bubba Chandler? I think they did earlier in the season. They took 2 of 3 in Pittsburgh, so now they need to win this one just to even the season series at 3 apiece. And I don't think the Pirates are still in playoff contention, but they're still on the outskirts trying to climb their way back into it. They kind of needed a sweep of the Padres to have any hope, and they're 2/3 of the way there now at this point, and they would love to escape after getting swept by the Dodgers. Figured, what did we say when the series started on Monday? Like, they're pretty down. All you have to do is
put your foot on their neck, man.
Just a little bit on Monday, and you can probably demoralize them enough where they're just going to slink their tails back to Pittsburgh. But you didn't. No. Gave them a chance, and now they've got a new life, and they're playing, with some confidence again.
You ran into 2 great pitchers, but you're going to run into great pitchers should you make the playoffs. So they have beaten some great pitchers. They've beaten some number ones as of late in the second half. They've had a good second half, but it just you can't falter now, man, when you're this close and the vibes were, and I think still are, good. You're in every game. You're not getting bodied. Your starting pitching's been great. Your bullpen's been great. So offense, man, it's been really kind of the issue. A few weeks here and there notwithstanding this season, Ben, it's been the issue. And is there something that you do with the lineup? Do you do anything to mix it up? I mean, Manny in the 3-hole is I get it. I get why he's there. I get why, because when he gets hot,
out of the 3-hole, but I would maybe give him a day off either today or Friday, so you can have 2 in a row. I know he hates that, and
but I mean, we need to win
stretch run. But
and I know he's not playing well.
Finger bruise a chance to just get 48 hours off at least. And
what do we always say about Manny though? He is a guy that when he gets hot, he can carry you for a while, and it has been a while since he's been hot. But he's a guy that needs to swing his way out of it. It sucks. I get it. The standard, you have to start every base runner that's on in front of him. You have to. That's not an option anymore because he will rip into a double play with the best of them. So I don't know, man. Do you get guys in motion? You get the wheels going. But Manny can hit his way out of it. He absolutely can. Will he? I don't know. But he can.
I do hate how tenuous baseball can be. Rain Dog, vibes are teetering.
They are.
How should that even be possible? They had 3 to 4 solid weeks of great vibes. And then what happened?
The Mets happened and the Pirates happened.
But
you beat the Twins.
Not getting a bunch or 2 down. I mean, if they had won on Monday and they lost 1-0 today, we wouldn't be questioning the vibes. If they had lost on Monday but had won 1-0 yesterday, we wouldn't be questioning the vibes. But because they lost both of those games, now all of a sudden the vibes
I don't agree with this.
Question.
He says vibes are showing deep fractures. I don't see any deep fractures at all in this team. I just see guys that are expanding the zone. They're not swinging at good pitches. They're making poor contact, which is fixable. All of that is fixable. But I don't see any vibe. I think the pitching has been outstanding. So I don't see a team giving up. I don't see any of that stuff.
And they still have the best record in baseball over the last month. So if they have deep fractures, what does that say about the rest of the league? I don't know. I just can't abide by that conclusion that 2 1-run losses are a sign of deep fractures on the team.
Tyler says if Manny gets a day off, then Rengifo starts at third, who also went hitless, and Sheets, who's also been bad, is at DH. Give me Manny. I tend to agree. you need. That's why you pay him. He said it the other day. Is why you pay me to be out there. So I think just go out and win today, and a lot is solved.
All right, let's get you caught up on the rest of the playoff race. It is time for today's MLB Reacharound.
Let's go.
They're doing the Reacharound. They're doing the Reacharound. Everybody's doing the Reacharound. Ben and Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. We do owe some thanks to the Seattle Mariners, who once again beat the Philadelphia Phillies, second straight day, and Cal Raleigh going deep for the fourth time in 2 games as George Kirby outdueled Aaron Nola in a 4-1 Mariners win. So the Seattle Mariners will go for the sweep today. Phillies, I told you, it's not easy traveling across the country, even if it's east to west, especially at this point in the season in August. So after a 9-game winning streak, the Phillies showing a couple of cracks. Maybe it's a sign of a deeper fracture of the Philadelphia Phillies, and the vibes are off after their 9-game winning streak.
I sure hope so.
Or maybe
deep fractures.
Maybe this is just what happens sometime in a Major League Baseball season.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this is the one that hurts. I didn't even see it happening. I was working on my highlights for the Padres game last night. 1-0. There wasn't much to it. But I was confident in the belief because I had seen the Mariners had beaten the Phillies. And I saw that the Cubs were leading the Diamondbacks 4-0 after 7 innings. So I go, well, they may have lost, but at least they didn't lose any
X out the calendar
ground. Right? It's like what we said on Tuesday morning after Monday. Well, at least they didn't lose any ground.
X it out.
And then Woods goes, gut punch on a text. The Diamondbacks just won. And I go, what? The Diamondbacks won? What happened? Because the Cubs had earlier in the game set a franchise record, or maybe baseball record, 30 consecutive unanswered runs dating back to their blowout win a few days ago. They had scored 30 without giving up any, and that included the 4 yesterday. But then they allowed 3 in the 8th to make it 4-3. And Waldschmidt, what's his first name? Ryan Waldschmidt came on as a pinch hitter in the bottom of the 9th and hit the walk-off 2-run home run to inject new life into the Arizona Diamondbacks, who now find themselves just 1 game behind the San Diego Padres for that final wild card spot. Now, remember the situation as we get down to, 29 games left in the season.
That's right.
So the last 3, again, are at Petco Park against the Arizona Diamondbacks. The season series is currently tied.
Yes.
So
win the series, go to the playoffs.
In any scenario in which the Diamondbacks or Padres are within 3 games of each other going into that series,
plus or minus,
then the playoff spot will still be up for grabs. So if the Diamondbacks are 3 games down on the Padres, they can always say, hey, but if we sweep the Padres, we tie them and we win the season series. If the Padres are 3 games back of the Diamondbacks, they can always go, hey, we can sweep them at home, tie them, and we will win the season series. Now, if it's a 1-game lead in either direction, that gets a little more complicated. Let's say the Padres have a 1-game lead on the Diamondbacks, but the Diamondbacks take 2 out of 3. Well, it's tied, and the Diamondbacks would then have the tiebreaker. But if the Padres are a game back, take 2 out of 3 to end the series, it's tied, but then the Padres would have the tiebreaker.
This
so
sucks. This is absolutely terrible.
It's why it almost feels inevitable that the season, the playoff spot will come down to those last 3 games. Unless one team really pulls away from the other over the next 4 weeks, that series looms very large at the end of the year.
I was looking to the Padres right before that 3-game series, the weekend series. They're playing on the road against the Dodgers for those 3 games leading up to that. Now, will the Dodgers have already clinched?
Yes.
Most likely.
Will they have clinched a bye, though? Maybe
will
not.
they have their foot off the gas? We have no idea. Diamondbacks, before that weekend series against the Padres, they play in Colorado against the Rockies.
Well, Padres will the week before have the Rockies and the Giants, though. So you want to make sure that you make hay because you probably will have a chance to lose some ground before that Diamondbacks series.
Diamondbacks opponents that week before, they got the Marlins and the Yankees at home.
Okay. So that's a week where the Padres will need to get up a few games because you could lose some ground easily while you're playing the Dodgers and they're playing the Rockies.
Yeah.
And speaking of
could
the
all
Dodgers,
be much ado about nothing, though.
It
really could be much ado about nothing in 29 games. Beat Bubba Chandler. That's it.
It's
all
a
you can
lot
control.
of time. There is a lot of time left. And speaking of the Dodgers, I'll just throw one more in. Tyler Glasnow made his first start in like 3.5 months. I think it went 5. It was fine. But the Braves beat the Dodgers 4-3 on an Ozzie Albies go-ahead RBI single in the 8th inning as Atlanta snapped the Dodgers' 6-game winning streak last night. So a little quick reach around. We don't need to go through the rest. You know who the hottest team in baseball is, though?
Who is the hottest team?
Shocked me. 9-game winning streak. Kansas City Royals.
Wow.
Have won 9 in a row.
Too little, too late.
Yes.
For the,
much
Royals,
too little, much too
holy
late.
cow.
But they are on fire right now. They beat the Blue Jays again 5-3.
September Padres that only lost like 2 games.
Yeah, they're still 15 games under 500, but trying to get something out of the end of this season. All right, we'll come back with a Reindl Report and some Padres tickets to give away next year on 97.3 The Fan. Opening week on 97.3 The Fan is presented by Hands-Free Skechers Slip-Ins. Just step in and go. And speaking of the opening week of football coming up, did I hear correctly that our friends Chris Ello and Matt Scraby are going to be broadcasting live from Las Vegas?
Is that true?
Tomorrow and Friday from Circa Stadium Swim.
Nice.
Which is pretty cool. And I was just checking the weather forecast. It actually is going to start cooling down both here and in Vegas. It's going to be below triple digits by the end of the weekend, and we are supposed to get a cool down. I think Saturday, the temperatures are finally going to come down and be a little cooler than normal going into next week. I am so sick of the heat and the humidity that we've been experiencing. Why you smile like
beautiful
that?
Outside. Beautiful. It's gorgeous.
94 degrees the other day.
Gorgeous. Beautiful.
You have the appreciation of someone who didn't live here their whole life and is completely spoiled by the weather, like I am.
Grew up where it was actually hot.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't. Yeah. I grew up here.
Yeah, I mean it's
it's
been
so
a long
nice stretch of unpleasantness.
I mean, look what I wear shorts now. The heat has driven me into shorts.
I see that.
I wear shorts every day now, and I was so vehemently against it. It has been warm for sure. But man, driving home every day, I'm like, yeah, it's warm for sure.
You would shame me when I wore shorts to work.
Well, because here's the problem. I would look over and your shorts would be up by your balls, and I would see your creamy white thighs, and nobody wants to see it. Mine are decently covered. Look, so you don't see much skin on the legs. I would look over and like they would be grinding up to your crotch. That's what people don't want to see.
When you sit down, pants and shorts ride up
my
some.
shorts.
Is there anything you can do about it other than constantly adjusting every moment of the day?
You also wear shorts.
I'm wearing
Who wears short shorts? Ben wears shorts.
That's all they make nowadays are shorts that are above the knee.
That's the style now. It's definitely. I go to buy shorts and I'm shocked by how short they are.
Your shorts were not purchased in the last 25 years. I promise you.
I will tell you, I have at least 3 pairs of shorts that were purchased in the last 12 months.
From where?
And they're much shorter.
From where?
Costco. Than they used to be.
Well, anyway, it feels warm. I coached in it on Saturday and Sunday. It was toasty. I was sweating.
Here's how I gauge it.
I was sweating bad, but you drive home, the sun's shining. It's like, man, I got no complaints.
Sure, it's beautiful. I gauge it by I get a weekly update from SDG&E on just how your monthly bill is looking, and they tell you like what you're on pace for to spend that month. And the last month or so, I mean, our SDG&E has skyrocketed.
I have solar,
needing to run the AC.
My bills are usually $20, whatever. Over 200 this last month, even with the 700. Yeah, it's a lot. A little quiz for the millennial over here in Paul. What's that a slogan for? We wear short shorts. You remember that? Do you remember that one? Because it was on TV constantly when Woods and I were kids.
I don't. I remember it was on The Simpsons.
Was it? It's for Nair.
Nair hair removal cream.
Does that hurt?
I don't know. I've never used a depilatory cream.
Should we try
before. On the air?
I'm tired of the Manscaped. I'm tired of it. Right? Like I'm just over it. Does Nair hurt?
That's not where I want to be testing out the cream though for the first time.
Well, try it on your arm.
I mean, that'd be a safer place to try it.
Somebody says no, but it stinks. I can deal with that as long as it gets. I'm so old. The hair is growing way too fast.
How does it not burn your skin? If it's if it's melting your hair, why is your skin okay?
It smells like rotten eggs.
Really?
There's got to be something better. There's got to be something better. Question: would you ever go to a professional,
like a waxing salon?
And be like, hey, look. The undercarriage has got to get tightened up here a little bit. Would you?
I mean, I've never really thought about it.
Have
listen,
you? No, I never have, and I've never really thought about it until about 3 weeks ago. I was like, maybe I would. Just go to a pro. But you walk in, you're like, hey man, I'm sorry for this.
It's got to be a really uncomfortable situation, though, for everybody involved.
Yeah, I wonder if they probably see some men in there, but like, I don't know. I've thought about it.
I mean, it's so common that
it's so
women
common. They have a whole
do it all the time.
Shop. You're right. Like there's a place you go get it done.
Women are much stronger than men.
Absolutely. We did a bit one time where the lady came in on our old show and had that hot wax, and she jammed it up my nose, and it sits and hardens, and then she rips it out, and it hurt like a MF. It hurt.
I'd rather have
so bad.
that done down below than in my nose.
Really?
Oh, the nose sounds like the worst possible place.
Save that, Paul. I'd rather have that done down below. Somebody says epilators are so painful. Yeah, it would have to, because it rubs the hair off of your body. I don't know.
It burns it off, right? Melts it like acid.
I have no
or
idea.
Something.
Awful.
I have no idea, but I love this combo. We should have more of them.
This, of course, was all about Chris and Scravy going to Vegas.
I don't know how we
I'm
got
not
there,
sure
but
how,
we did.
Hot weather, creams. We wear short shorts.
Would you get laser treatment so that it's
gone forever?
Lasts for a long
permanent
time.
Solutions like tattoos, laser, hair removal. I'm not a big fan of the permanency of it.
Okay,
styles change.
What
if you got all your hair taken off and then in 20 years it's like,
hold on,
yeah, big hair. The hairy is the way to go.
Trust me.
Save that.
Harry is the way to go. If you could just lock in, and the guy's like, "Look, I'm giving you this one haircut. It lasts you for the rest of your life. Are you in?"
And it looks perfect now.
You take it.
I just don't know.
You take it.
So
what, are you gonna
convenient.
grow a ponytail?
So convenient.
That's like, but I can't grow my man bun ponytail. You have to. You have to take that, right? If the guy's like, "I'm going to lock you in right now," but you never have to come back.
What if in 10 years, some evil dictator rises and their hair looks exactly like yours?
Your hair looks exactly like an evil dictator. I don't know what you're talking about. You look like one already.
There you go.
Oh my God, that was good. Is it Reindl Report time?
It is.
And Jeff Passan has not texted you back, right?
Harry's the way to go.
What was that, man?
Harry's the way to go.
So good. Well, I'm mulling it over. I'll tell you right now. I'm mulling some things over in my life.
Go for it, Paulie.
And get things started here with our today's edition of the Reindl Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Reindl Report with Paul Reindl.
Hey guys, it's Paul here.
Hi, Paul.
All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Reindl Report.
Hey Paul, how you doing? Okay, how are you? I'm good. How are you doing today? Okay, how are you?
On 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a oh yeah?
All right.
All right.
All right. That's funny as hell, man.
That was good. Good stuff.
Harry's the way to go.
Harry's the way to go.
H is for.
H is for. H as in.
Harry's the way to go.
Good luck. Good luck. Hi, Paulie.
Hi.
Take it away.
All right, we'll get started here. I got one sportsy story for you. So we've been talking about it in the Reindl Report the last few days. The players that have gone on to the NFL and NBA respectively and now not made their teams and then gone back to college. Specifically, both players, LSU. It's more of an LSU thing. We've kind of been labeling it as a college football or college athletics thing, but really LSU is the one that's drawing all of this criticism. And yesterday, the Big Ten and the SEC both unanimously passed a rule that opposes athletes leaving for the NFL or any professional sport and then returning to have college eligibility. Now,
but
LSU, which conference are they in? That's right. They're in the SEC. Yep. So it's actually unknown if they're going to still be allowed to sign Daquan Wright, and RJ Lewis Jr. was the basketball player.
I thought they already did. I thought it was.
Well, they did, but
they have intentions
if they're
to
not
go.
allowed to play because of conference rules, my guess is there will be another lawsuit.
But wait, they signed them.
Yeah,
season starts in a couple weeks.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, are they there working out? Are they not? Like, what's the? Because I I know Marcus Freeman was going to sign that tight end.
Right.
And he said, we can't get him in school in time.
ESPN says school officials at LSU did not immediately return requests for comment. It's unclear if football coach Lane Kiffin and basketball coach Will Wade are continuing to pursue those players in violation of the new conference rules.
So they just instituted that rule?
Literally.
They thought they found a loophole, and then a new rule is like, we know what, we're going to put this on the
Big
books.
Ten said, yeah, they're not going to fly in our conference. SEC said, yeah, we're like, it was unanimous. All the people voted on it.
Maybe
So
this is a way for the Pac-12 to get an advantage. No, we're fine with it.
We're good with it.
Any former pros want to come play for our conference?
Johnny Manziel.
You're absolutely welcome.
You're starting quarterback.
There's only one thing you need now to be eligible for college athletics. A good lawyer. Or even probably a mediocre lawyer can get it done at this point. You can find eligibility.
They did release like a step-by-step explanation of the rules for the SEC. Institutions in the SEC are not permitted to have an athlete on its roster who has, and there's 3 bullets here. Number 1, previously declared for the NFL, NBA, or WNBA draft and did not appropriately withdraw from the draft. Number 2, if you have signed a contract with an NFL or other professional football league, the NBA/G League, or the WNBA affiliate team, any contract with them, ineligible for college.
Okay.
Pretty much the way it's always been. And then been listed on an NFL or other professional leagues roster, G League, WNBA. If you are on their roster at any point, you are deemed ineligible to play in the SEC.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. A lot of things make sense that don't end up being enforced in college athletics.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. This does not make sense, but it makes sense to talk about it here in the Reindl Report, tell you about all the weird and bizarre food collaborations. KFC and Oreo have partnered up for the latest one. Now, I think we talked about a couple of weeks ago, they had fried chicken flavored Oreos coming out. Well, they've reversed it now, and they have a fried chicken Oreo sandwich coming out. The fried chicken Oreo sandwich is your standard KFC chicken patty filet.
What is that sauce?
It looks horrible. It looks so bad.
I'm glad you asked, Woodsy. Well, first, the bun is what really stands out. It's in chocolate looking flavored Oreo bun. It's an Oreo cookie looking bun, flavored bun, they said. And then that is mashed
sauce.
Potatoes dusted in Oreo cookie crumbles. Mashed potatoes dusted in cookie crumbles.
It's really
on top of a fried chicken
patty, the lettuce, and then the bottom of the it's got the lettuce, so it's healthy.
Yeah. Put some lettuce in there.
And then the bottom would be the Oreo bun. So this is gonna.
I don't feel like chocolate and chicken are a good combo in any way.
No, I don't either. I've never had the desire to dip my chicken into
skewer into a fondue.
If you had a bucket of regular KFC chicken in here, and a bottle of the Hershey's syrup, I don't know that I'd want to drizzle that onto the chicken.
It's filthy, man. That looks filthy.
So
that's the best shot they got, by the way. That's the
promo shot, and it does not look appealing.
Yeah, the bread does look like pumpernickel, but it's not. It's chocolate flavored. Pumpernickel looks pretty good, except for that.
Pumpernickel is such a funny word.
It's good bread, man.
Pumpernickel.
Yeah,
I like it.
Is going to begin in China at all KFCs. And then I believe the way they usually do that is they're just going to gauge how popular is it. Is there any interest in America? But it's going to start in 2 days in China at all of the KFC participating stores. And then who knows, you might have a Oreo chicken sandwich here before too long.
Max brings up the point. Mole, like chicken mole,
not a fan.
I do like it.
It's good.
But it doesn't taste like chocolate. It has chocolate in it,
but it doesn't taste like it.
But it's more of a spicy, deep, rich sauce. No. It doesn't taste like an Oreo cookie.
No, definitely not.
At all.
It doesn't like chocolatey. No, I do not like mole. I tried it once.
Really?
Yeah, I was not a fan.
Jorge's? You ever tried the chicken mole tacos at Jorge's?
I don't like the flavor.
Delicious.
Yeah, there's certain flavors I don't like. That's one of them.
All right, finally, we will wrap it up. Anytime I see that a newscaster or weatherman, an anchor or whatever has to join a newscast to give an explanation or an apology, I'm always going, okay, well, what happened here?
This isn't me, is it? I hope it's not.
No, this is not.
No, this is not you. We actually go to WABI in Bangor, Maine. Recently, this was a couple of days ago over the weekend, meteorologist Patrick Osborne had a laughing attack. And I've seen him. You've seen it happen on news broadcasts all the time.
I could never.
Have you never done that?
Have you never had the laughing?
Never.
Well,
Not on the. You've never done the. No, on TV.
No, not on TV.
But on radio, yeah. That's when I told Ben my grandmother was sick. Yeah.
Right.
Paulie, that's when you said your dog had to be put down.
Tim Curry just died a few minutes ago.
Yeah, Dolly Parton too. It's not funny. It's not cool. That was the new laugh that we'd never heard before.
That one's literally titled Ben's Weird New Laugh.
Ben's Weird New Laugh. So good. So what got him?
Well, I'm going to let him explain. I'm going to just play this video. He joins the crew to explain what was going on. I feel like it was the scene in Anchorman when Veronica Corningstone reads the news for the first time and they're all behind the camera, like in their underwear dancing. Yeah. It's something like that. Here's his explanation.
Tell us exactly, before you unveil what actually set you off, what happened yesterday?
Yesterday, I got a fit of laughter that I was not able to control on air, unfortunately. A lot of times something funny happens and I'm able to, contain myself. But this one, it was just a little too overwhelming. Okay. And I had Josh over here in the anchor desk laughing his butt off as well.
Two very stoic guys, just sort of the case of the giggles. So we'll play the clip, and then Patrick, you're going to have to tell us exactly what happened. So without further ado, let's relive it here.
And resulting in the chance for some heavier precipitation, a few bands of storms in some spots. We got to finish up this weather right now. I'm so sorry. You have the 70s, some low 80s, and spots on Monday.
All right, real quick, gotta pause it. If you're not watching, if you're listening right now, he's losing it. He has like completely lost
guy
it.
with a beard too.
They have the green screen going and they're showing the northeast part of the country. It's got all the different temperatures. He has left the screen entirely, but his mic is still going.
Mic's hot.
This happened before. Oh, jeez. All right, let me get it together real quick. I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
It's falling off. This is what rain was looking like. What? Let's just throw it to the 7 days. Oh my gosh.
I don't know if I've ever heard anybody laugh that hard.
For hilarious coastal spots. Different story, a little cooler. A load of the 70s. Josh, please take it.
What happened to professionalism, Patrick?
What indeed? Okay, so, oh my goodness. Kudos to you for trying to keep going. 7 day. So what happened? What set you off?
So it was actually something that I was trying to prank Josh on that kind of backfired. We were, Zoe, our producer, and I were making fun of Josh during the middle of our commercial break. He was yapping away about whatever he was talking about. Okay. And Zoe made the Charlie Brown kind of wah, 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 wah sound.
Yeah, sure. On the phone.
Gotcha. On the phone.
Okay, yeah.
And so I pulled it up on a video in the Weather Center. Thought it was a 5-second video, quick sound just to egg Josh on a little bit. Yep. Turned out it was one of those hour-long compilations where it just periodically plays it every couple minutes. Okay. And so I didn't realize that. I go do my live, forecast after a minute and a half of not hearing anything, and then 20 seconds in, we start getting the Charlie Brown
in his ear
sound. And I tried to get through it. Josh had to leave the studio. I was able to contain myself, but when he came back and we heard it one more time, we just started losing it, and the rest is history, as they say.
It certainly is. Okay,
that's incredible. I've never heard anybody laugh that hard ever. I mean,
that was all time.
I swear, I heard you definitely had
the contrast between his regular voice and his laughing voice is incredible.
But then I swear I heard a fart in there, and I heard he definitely was snotting, like it was over.
Totally.
I swear I heard
he heard
in his ear.
Yes, ma'am.
He's doing the news and he hears it pop up and he just loses it.
I
mean,
mean,
that was great.
I've seen meltdowns before. It's
awesome.
All time.
Oh, jeez. All right, let me get it together real quick. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We've fallen off. This is what Reindl's looking like.
This is what.
Just threw into the 7 days. Oh my gosh. 7 days.
Does that, like, Ben, does somebody need to step in and
he needs to be fired, right? Like, he's got to be.
Is that just
have that?
It's hard to change like the camera shots, like it's pre-programmed usually, so you're kind of stuck there for at least a little while until someone can adjust things to even allow it to change and someone else to jump in. So he was kind of probably locked in for at least 30 to 45 seconds, as you can tell.
But he gets called into the office, right?
And what?
Shoot out?
Don't have
Stop
fun
laughing?
anymore.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, I think they put him on the next day to probably take advantage of it. It's a viral clip. He's probably getting praise today.
We've fallen off. Jump this weather right now. I'm so sorry.
He's definitely got some Canadian in his background.
Oh, yeah. He is straight from Canada.
And by the way, the weather in Bangor, Maine looks way more pleasant than it's been here for
It's
the last couple of
fine
weeks.
here.
Like
It's
78, partly sunny. Very
good.
nice.
You're fine.
All right, Paulie,
Beautiful.
very nicely done today on the Reindl Report. Let's take a quick time out. When we come back, we will give away those Padres tickets. We will set the stage, hopefully, Padres salvaging the series finale against the Pittsburgh Pirates. All coming up next. Broadcasting live from our Bill House studios. We know how on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Well, I'm not sorry to tell you guys about the great deals that are going on right now at our local and veteran-owned Sedano Ford. Get down there today, this weekend perhaps. Take a look at the inventory, and the prices will certainly be right for you. The brand new 2026 Ford F-150 STX, just $349 a month. Love mine more than anything. The 2026 Bronco Sport Big Ben, also just $349 a month. And, of course, the spacious 2026 Ford Explorer Active is also just $349 a month. 3 great Ford vehicles, one incredible price of just $349 a month. And more to take advantage of, 0.7% APR financing, plus no payments for 90 days on select new Ford models. And these won't last forever, as they rarely do in the car business, right? Get down there today, your local and veteran-owned Sedano Ford in La Mesa. Let them know when you walk in that Woodsy from 97.3 The Fan sent you down there, recommended Sedano Ford to you. You can find all the details that you need, more great offers and inventory at sedanoford.com. Once again, my friends, it's sedanoford.com.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Officially announced this morning, Dave McMenamin from ESPN with the story.
Great last name.
McMenamin?
McMenamin.
Yeah.
McMenamin.
And we already knew this, but Bus Sports Capital, which are two of the sons of Jerry Buss and sister brothers of Jeannie Buss, are officially joining the San Diego Padres ownership group. Joey and Jesse Buss made the announcement this morning. According to ESPN, they're going to own about 5% of the team and serve on an advisory council alongside Kwanzaa Jones and Jose E. Feliciano.
Apparently they grew up here. Did you know that?
In San Diego?
Yeah, right here. Look from the Athletic article. The brothers grew up in San Diego. Joey and I had the privilege of learning from our father, then spending nearly 2 decades building our own careers.
Their dad didn't grow up in San Diego.
In professional basketball operations. We saw it firsthand, blah, 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 blah. He goes on and on and on.
Maybe mom lived in San Diego for a while.
So the brothers grew up in San Diego, and it says, through Bus Capital, we look forward to bringing that experience to the ownership group, supporting Kwanzaa and Jose's vision for the Padres, doing everything we can to help bring a World Series championship to San Diego. I don't know much about them at all, other than what I just saw in this article.
I would say that there has been a lot of drama surrounding the Buss family.
I think anytime your father passes away and leaves you something like that, and it's sad that it gets that way, but I think it's pretty standard.
I think it's smart to lean into whatever time you grew up in San Diego, even if it was for like 8 months.
100%.
Because they're going to have that LA They can have that LA thing on them that they're trying to distance themselves from after working for the Lakers.
Well, we should be used to it now at this point.
Sure.
Like, this is what we have.
And yeah, I mean, it's not as though the Lakers have been a bad organization by any stretch of the imagination. No. In basketball, they are, while a more mom and pop organization compared to some other teams that were more corporate, had plenty of success over the years. The Laker way is not the worst way to go in professional sports.
Yeah, North County Chris says, we've all watched Succession. I mean, holy crap, dude. It's exactly right. Power struggle, and I want this, and I get this. It's sad. It really is.
We said when Peter passed away, like in the weeks after, we were like, look, hopefully it doesn't get to this, but
when will
history would say when something like this happens, it usually gets a little contentious when you're talking about that kind of money It's
so funny because, I mean, you obviously, Benny, you grew up in that whole world, the Lakers, Dr. Buss world, right? My only knowledge of it is from any documentary I've seen, and of course from Winning Time. And all I think of is John C. Reilly. And I'm like,
that's not really fair.
I get it. I fully get it. But it is what's colored my perception. And I'm like, what a legend. What an absolute legend Dr. Buss was based on that story from Jeff Pearlman. It's such a good show.
So that news of the Buss brothers officially joining ownership, we were talking about it earlier. I don't remember if we talked about it on the show or not, though. So one of the interesting things that I was hearing about on Passan's podcast yesterday was the theory of the Lakers sale and how it's going to impact Mark Walter and his ownership of the Dodgers. And the theory is Jeannie Buss is fighting this sale of the Lakers by Mark Walter. She is fighting this one hard. And if she continues to fight that and it drags out, it could drag out years in court. If Mark Walter needs to get cash fast and he can't close that sale because it's dragged out in court for months or years, would he then have to sell the Dodgers?
And Passan mentioned that, and I saw that part as well.
It's interesting.
She is fighting it and could potentially hold up that sale from what I
feel
understand.
like she's more fighting her own brothers, though, who all voted to sell their 18% share.
But as long as she is fighting that, can the sale go through?
Yeah, I'm sure it makes it a lot more complicated.
Now, the best person to answer that question would be Jeff Passan. So we're still waiting on him to text Paulie. We're running out of time.
We got a couple more days this week.
That's true.
You never know. He may still join us, but he said he would. But we didn't lock in a time, so it could be tomorrow, it could be Friday. Who knows?
Yeah.
What do you think about this comment from Jesse Buss? Just quickly, we saw firsthand what it takes to build a championship organization. Throughout our careers, we've applied those lessons across talent evaluation, roster construction, player development, and long-term organizational planning. While every sport is different, we believe the principles behind building sustained success are universal. Can you go from a basketball team to a baseball team and go, hey, I kind of know what I'm doing. I did this in basketball.
Maybe. Listen.
We saw
there's no great answer to it, right? So I'm seeing it in
organizational culture could be a thing.
Culture is a thing.
We saw Paul DePodesta try going from baseball to football, and I don't think he had an enormous amount of success with that.
He went from
Browns, right?
No, he went football to baseball to the Rockies, and but
he started in baseball.
Started baseball, went to football
with Billy Beane,
and went. Well, yeah,
didn't Tom Garfinkel start here and then go to the Dolphins?
The Dolphins,
yeah,
yep.
But he's more of a businessy type. Well, I guess they're more on the businessy side as well.
Although
one of them was in operations, like an actual the sports side of it. I forget if it was Joey or Jesse, but would be in AJ Preller's department if the equivalent was the same.
Dan Kroenke,
he's had success.
Yep,
as an owner, multiple sports. For sure.
It's funny though because Benny, I think we've all realized there is no blueprint because you have Buster Posey. This is one of the greatest baseball players, legend. And can he run the Giants properly? Can he make the right decisions? So far, no, he hasn't. He hasn't done a great job.
The Busses came in and were like, hey, this is how we train our guys. Like, different sports, guys. But if they're like, no, this is the culture and the office and stuff.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Winning culture.
I think, culture does matter, but I think the culture is pretty good here. We just haven't won the big one yet. I think culture is better than it's ever been.
If you'd like to experience it firsthand, we got some tickets to give away right now for the September 8th game. First 40,000 fans will receive a free Fernando Tatis Jr. City Connect bobblehead. You also get to see the three of us throw out a first pitch. Tickets are available at Padres.com/tickets. Third caller, though, right now is going to win a pair. 833-288-0973. 833-288-0973. Give us a call, win some tickets, and we will come back and wrap up the Wednesday edition of Ben and Woods coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Final segment of
Can I make an apology real quick?
You may apologize for anything you'd like, Paulie.
I would like to apologize to new Padres owner Jose E. Feliciano, control person. Because we were talking about him yesterday when we were talking about Monday's press conference. And I said, the only thing I probably wouldn't have done is mentioned we won't talk about the team that I used to root for. I think right. I, like a lot of people, assumed that meant he was a Dodger fan.
I did as well. And we were wrong, weren't we?
I was very wrong. I saw, I think on Reddit, somebody posted, Marty had a clip with her and Darren, and she said that during the scrum after the press conference, she had a few minutes with Jose, and she said she was able to confirm he was a Yankees fan growing up.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, exactly. So if we don't hate Woods here
the way
for being a Yankees
said
fan,
it made
he
me
really made it sound like it was a Dodger.
I think he was trying to avoid saying the word Dodgers.
Yeah, that's. I mean, Dodgers is way worse, right? Like,
sure,
way worse. But
then he said later, "I'm used to hating the Dodgers.
Perfect.
I have no problem hating the Dodgers." So I got, then he wasn't a Dodgers fan. And yes, I saw later. Oh no, he was a Yankees fan growing up.
I was talking to my dad about the the difference. Because it's like I was gonna tell Jeff Passan today. There's a Dodger fatigue, right? But I also remember back in the day, Benny, there was a huge Yankee fatigue, right? Mm-hmm. Back when they're winning championships in the 90s and stuff. I vividly recall.
Hey, they're not breaking any rules.
Right? And it was like, George paid out of pocket for his players. He went and got the best ones that he could, but he paid out of pocket, and he paid then. He paid when the bill was due. It wasn't, we're going to get Giambi, we're going to pay him $1, and then we're going to pay him $1 billion later. It was, I'm going to go out and pay him. And it sucked. And, the teams got gutted, and that's how it worked. But, there's just Dodger fatigue right now. There's major Dodger fatigue. And it's before the advent of social media, where you had national writers telling every other fan base, like, you're wrong. You're wrong. This is totally great. They're totally smart. They're the best at everything. And what they've done, when they went out and got David Cohn and Roger Clemens, they pitched in May. They pitched in June. They pitched in July. They pitched in August. They pitched in September. They also pitched in October in the World Series. It wasn't this, we're going to stash guys and manipulate ILs and all the things that we've seen them do. Again,
Yankees also had like the greatest core of homegrown talent,
correct,
like that you could put it up against any team in history
ever, right.
Group at least.
Right.
Jeter, Rivera, Posada, those
Bernie
guys.
Williams. Yeah, I mean that was kind of the deal. But I get it. I totally get the fatigue and that's kind of what we're all experiencing.
I think for me, when it comes to the Jeff Passan conversation, and again, I think he's one of the good ones, and I respect his work. And I don't think he's in the bag for the Dodgers, or he's not getting paid off by the Dodgers. But
not paid off.
No, but the one thing I'm disappointed is that when he said things like, they kind of cracked the code.
Right.
And even if and it did, I think it looked that way to a lot of people. And, because they had been so successful.
Sure.
But there is a truth about baseball. There's really no code to crack. And I think we all know this at this time. There is no one formula that is the right way to win at baseball. It just has never been the case over 150 years of baseball. There are advantages. Like, did the A's crack the code with Moneyball? Yeah, they found something pretty transformative. How many World Series did it win for them? None. There's no way, no matter how smart you are and how many things that you can do right, that you can truly game the system in baseball.
Correct.
So it should raise a few suspicions at how well the Dodgers are, successfully playing right now.
And it did. It did, and it has for the last couple of years. But again, those flags will fly forever, certainly. And, what will happen remains to be seen. Mark Walter has come out and, he's being defended by Guggenheim, and they're saying, no, there was no malfeasance, no improprieties here. So, hey, it could all go away, and this is a non-issue. But, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. But, yeah, man, I thought I thought it would have been cool to chat with him today and, clear the air if there's air that needs to be clearing. And I think he's great at what he does. I've told him that several times. Mm-hmm. He's sensitive, too, and I get it. I think he got murdered yesterday, but what he said, at least in the text, was Padre fans told me that I was a clown. And I'm like, yeah, man, I saw about 29 fan bases going after you yesterday. I wouldn't relegate it here, So it's been fun.
And that's just the nature of
the
baseball
beast.
fans. Dodgers fans say we're clowns. Padres fans say we're clowns sometimes.
Sure.
You're going to get that no matter what you tweet, no matter what you put out there. If it's widely read, you will be mocked for it.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's no subtlety anymore, or like there's no sarcasm's kind of a lost art as well. So, but yeah, Jeff, I think Jeff's great at what he does. I didn't see this quote. K-Law says, "My pass and hate will not leave." What did he? He said, "My pass and hate will not leave." That the Padres would have been dumb, because he said the Padres would have been dumb not to trade Miller this season. I didn't hear that, but I'm glad they kept Mason Miller. Last night's home run notwithstanding, I thought it was just, he's a great Padre,
No, absolutely. And
he's also allowed to have an opinion.
The only reason we were thinking you would
yeah, he is.
That was his opinion.
The only reason you were thinking of trading Mason Miller was the idea that you almost certainly weren't going to make the playoffs. So what's the point of having Mason Miller closing out games that are meaningless when you could get something for him? But now that the playoffs are a very realistic possibility and the Padres are in playoff position.
They're not 30th in every offensive category.
There wouldn't have been a discussion about it had that been the case. Like, no, Padres are, probably going to the postseason. You absolutely want Mason Miller to shorten games and lock down wins. The only discussion you had is, Padres are going to 9 games out. You're throwing out this closer that is doing nothing for you, man. So why not trade him? But in hindsight, it was silly that we were even having the conversation. We just didn't know that the Padres were going to get so locked in and play such good baseball, for the month of July into August like we've seen. So, no, we're not back to the Mason Miller thing, as David says.
No.
It's over. That conversation is over.
Until next trade deadline.
Correct. Yeah.
Or even offseason.
I mean, look, Padres are Tatis is constantly in trade rumors. That's never going to end. Why would it stop with Mason Miller?
Yeah,
the national people are always going to be like,
get him to New York.
Yeah,
I saw it after when
it's going to keep happening.
He played really well in New York, and they're like, he's made for this stage. He needs to be on this stage. And I'm like, I don't know, man. He's pretty happy and playing pretty well on this stage as well.
Don't forget, tomorrow, Thursday, we will have Eno Saris joining us after he was sick last week. So get back to some smart baseball. I'll guess I'm Ben Woods appear on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking, it's better. Plus, Bret Boone, who we had on earlier today, will join us in studio for the Epic Wings Epic Padres Roundtable coming up at 9 o'clock. And he's already on notice. And you can see the twinkle in his eye, thinking about rookie pranks that he saw or pulled while he was a Major League Baseball player.
For all the ball busting and screwing around that I do not really like pranks. I don't like to do them, and I don't like to get them.
So I agree with you.
Like I like if it's like an audio prank, I don't mind. But what I don't want to do is sit in my chair and it fall apart. I don't want to go down to my car and you guys have flattened my tires. Right. Like that's the stuff. If you guys are like, hey, we caught Woods on some secret audio, great. I don't care. That's funny. But like a one that is, did something that's like,
is the juice worth the squeeze when it comes to?
I love watching them. I just don't like being
like
involved
the one that Cody Deckard pulled on Jeff Francoeur.
God bless, dude. That's one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
It was funny, but man, they had to ride with that for how many weeks? They pretended like one of their teammates was deaf, and Jeff Francoeur was not in on it, and everybody else on the team, with Cody Decker as the ringleader, said we are going to pretend that we have a deaf teammate.
Correct,
and they convinced Jeff Francoeur that the guy was deaf for weeks until finally letting him in on the joke.
Yeah, and the thing is with that, you're with those guys so much, you got to find something to pass the time. It's the break up the monotony and the grind of everyday playing, and now I got to go hit off the tee. Now I got to go take front toss. Now I got to take ground. You know what I mean? Like that gets old fast, I'm sure. So you have to find a way, and that's why they do that stuff, dude. But I'm not the biggest fan. I'm never going to walk up behind you like Jackass with a razor in the back of your head. That's not funny to me.
Thank you.
I would never do that.
Oh, I'm glad.
So don't do it to me.
That. No, was never planning on it.
One of the funniest ones I saw, and I watch them with my kids sometimes, is there's a, like in Venice Beach, there's, they have those showers on the beach.
Yeah.
And you can get behind it. And there's the people come up, they get in the water, they come out and they shower off. And sometimes they bring shampoo. And they just give a good rinse. They want to get all the gunk out. And there's a dude above them dropping a little more shampoo on their heads. And they can't get the shampoo out because he keeps adding it. Bro, I was like convulsing. Now, that's a funny prank. But if you did it to me, I'd be furious because if I'm sitting there going, I can't get the shampoo out of my head. So yeah, I don't like. We did it in college a lot. I don't like it now.
You're always scared that if you leave the shampoo in your hair too much, you're gonna end up with just sticky, dirty hair.
You have a completion fetish, right?
Yes.
So
you got to get every drop of shampoo out.
It has to be out.
And as you still see the suds running down, you go, I guess I got to get back in there.
And there's a guy just standing above you going,
just a little bit,
drop
bit more.
it, and you're just like, I can't get it out.
Okay, there it is. No, still more suds coming out.
Bro, we did it in college. We walked in, turned our fan on in our apartment, and baby powder. They put tons of baby powder on each fan blade, and you turn your fan on because it's 1,000 degrees, and now your apartment's covered in baby powder. My buddy,
see, that to me is if you're forcing the person
they got to clean up
a ton of work to clean it up. It's not funny anymore.
All right, I was part of this one, but we leaned a half full garbage can, like a plastic garbage can, against the kid's door.
So when he opened it, it fell
water
in.
and like water and ketchup and anything we could throw in the mix.
How's that funny?
I mean, I was 18, so it was funny then, but that kid sucked for him. We weren't like bullying him, and we were all friends, but yeah, I don't like that stuff.
Sorry, I was just over here texting Jeff Passan.
He will join us for the last 8 seconds of the show here in 22 seconds.
He goes, I'm so sorry. Can you fit me in the final hour? I said, well, we got about 2 minutes left. But he's going to join us tomorrow morning.
Good.
Okay.
All right,
so Jeff Passan
tomorrow
on the docket for Thursday. That was a 4-hour tease for the Jeff Passan interview tomorrow with Ben and Woods. Eno and Jeff. Now, that's quite the duo.
That's a big day.
Leading into a roundtable. And then on Friday, we'll have Craig Stammen, hopefully coming off a win for the manager's report. All right, that is it for us. Padres baseball at 1:10 this afternoon. Until then, Braden and Frank, for Paulie, for Woods, I'm Ben. Have a great rest of your Wednesday from all of us here at 97.3 The Fan. So long, everybody.